welcome to twitch.tv/HeroForge. My name is Annika, and I'm the host and creative producer for this, the official Twitch channel of HeroForge. Now, if you're unfamiliar with us and what we do, we're a free in-browser platform that lets you choose from hundreds of features to make your own custom character, which you can then buy as a 3D model, you can download as an STL for home printing, or you can just get it as a digital token for virtual tabletops. Now, today, we're bringing you an incredibly special live level 20 one-shot adventure. Now, during the stream, which features some of my favorite tabletop gaming creators, you are going to have a blast. But today is extra special because we'll be raising money for WAVAW Rape Crisis Center as part of their Streaming for Survivors campaign. Now, if you're not familiar with them, WAVAW offers anti-oppressive, decolonized, intersectional feminist support to survivors of sexualized violence. Their services are open to cis and trans women and people of all marginalized genders, including two-spirit, trans, gender diverse, and non-binary people. Just $35 funds an hour of WAVA's 24-hour crisis and information line, which receives over 5,000 calls a year from across the globe. If you would like to donate, check out the link, which will be posted at regular intervals in chat. Your donation will be matched up to the first $500, which effectively doubles the impact that your donation will have on survivors of sexualized violence at WAVAW. And not only that, not only do you get to donate to an incredibly cool thing, but anyone who donates also gets entered into the raffle for a chance to win a custom color printed HeroForge mini, as well as some other incredibly cool prizes. And if all of that isn't enough, by donating, you will actually get to directly affect the one-shot game that will, again, be happening live on this channel right now. And speaking of which, without further ado, without anything else from me, I would love to pass this stream off to the incredible B.Dave Walters to get this going. Thanks, y'all. Have fun, stay hydrated, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other.
Say things like that. It's like, hello! I was busy telling Holly Conrad how fantastic they are. There it is. As you're about to find out, if you didn't already know, that's the number one thing I need to lead with. 2 thumbs up for Holly Conrad. Hi, B.Dave Walters. Literally, I just want you to know, Charlene has put so much work into this. It is such a well-oiled machine, but not so well that I can't mess it up. So let me just say up front, hi, hello. Thank you all for tuning in. It's Friday. You could be doing anything. You're here with us. We're about to tell you all the details about WAVAW Rape Crisis Center. I just want to say real quick up front, this charity is near and dear to my heart. Hopefully, you're about to see a lot of numbers flying around. You're about to see some big donations coming in. There's been plenty of times in my life that I didn't have an extra $5 to donate to something. So let me just say, every single dollar counts. Every single bit counts. Please signal boost. Let people know that we're going to be here doing this, having some fun for the next little while. We're going to tell you just how much of a difference every dollar that you donate makes here. But truly, every $5 is going to truly make a meaningful difference in somebody's life. And that's a beautiful thing. But before we dive in properly, let me introduce you all to these beautiful humans that we're playing with. Now, y'all know I got my NASA set up here. So even though the camera's here, they're way over there. So that's why I'm rotating my head. But look at this. Look at this. Look at this top flight. Let's start with Jeremy. You are muted, sir. We got that one.
How foolish am I? Yeah. Hello, my name is Jeremy Cobb, and I will be playing Vandalin the Bronze.
One of the single greatest humans I've ever been blessed to meet, Holly Conrad.
No! Too nice to meet. Hello, I'm Holly. I'm going to be playing Strix, Bee Stinger, who is a sorcerer. I'm very excited.
Excellent. And Connie?
It's me, Connie. Hi, everyone. I'm Connie Chang, pronouns they, he, and she. And today I will be playing Rapture, pronouns they, them, who is let me see if I can get this right, a fighter, sorcerer, paladin that I'm really excited for y'all to meet.
I'm very proud of you already. I'm very proud of where this is headed. All right, now, let me see. Hey, first time by our powers combined, if I can point correctly, Murph?
Yes. Am I pointing? Nope, wrong way. Other way. Well, hand is not in. Hand is kind of in. Hand is going the wrong way. Okay. Hey, it's Murph. I'm bad at directional stuff. But I'm playing Ralphiel, who is a Vengeance Paladin, level 20.
Excellent. And Shar, mastermind behind this whole thing.
Hello, everybody. I'm Charlene Bayer. I go by Char. My pronouns are she, they. Today, I am playing a fresh new character, Little Red. I mean, fresh to me, but I'm playing exactly what you think when I'm playing a barbarian druid named Little Red.
Don't mind me. I'm just frantically trying to figure out how to wedge a wolf in here somewhere. At this point. But I'm just like, cool. Gonna reskin a wolf. And last but certainly not least, Ginny D.
Hi, I'm Ginny D. I'm going to be playing a character some of you may know from my YouTube channel, Wisteria Skitterquick Appledackle, the gnome wizard, except she somehow got to level 20. God knows how.
As one does. Okay, so before we get started, a couple things to explain to you here, and they're so important, I'm going to read them and make sure I say them right. So we have our chat code, !donate. Today, we are playing level 20 D&D, because of course we are, to support survivors of sexualized violence. All fundraising proceeds from today will be benefiting WAVAW Rape Crisis Center. They are a charity that provides immediate crisis and long-term support services to survivors of sexual assault. The first $500 donated as of right now will be matched dollar for dollar. So, how quickly can we get to 500? I believe in you guys, hopefully very quickly. No donation is too small. $5 gets a survivor to and from group therapy. $15 funds an hour of text or chat support for survivors, and $35 provides an hour of their 24/7 free of charge crisis and information line that accepts calls from all around the world. That's huge. A lot of this stuff doesn't even exist in some places. Every $60 provides a survivor with an hour of counseling free of charge. If you happen to have $100 to spare, that covers taxi services to and from the hospital for 5 survivors. If you have $650, which I know is a lot, that's enough to fund an entire support group for up to 8 survivors. So again, this all adds up. This makes a huge difference. Thank you all so very much. I'm going off the script, but I want you to know how much this means to me. And I'm going to hand it over to Shar to say things far more effectively.
Oh, that's too much pressure for me. But it's okay. I'm talking about WAVAW. That's my job. I do it all the time. WAVAW's services are available to all people of all marginalized genders, including cis and trans women, non-binary folks, trans, genderqueer, two-spirit people. If you're a marginalized gender, our services are available for you. Our services are free of charge for survivors, including our hospital, police, and court accompaniment, victim services. We have group therapy for survivors, individual counseling as well, and text and chat support services, and our crisis line, of course. The donations that you're making today are already changing lives. At the start of the stream, my numbers aren't even right anymore, but at the start, we had funded enough to fund 40 hours of counseling sessions for survivors. Every dollar counts, like B.Dave said. So for everyone that donates, we also have some special gifts for you. You're not just supporting survivors, but you get some goodies. And I'll pass it over to Holly.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, so here are the goodies. And if you want to see them again, the chat code is !free gift. So everyone who donates will get $15 or more, or everyone who donates $15 or more will receive access to a digital TTRPG bundle featuring a big bad PDF from Hit Point Press, as well as amazing indie TTRPGs from the community, including Mastermind and The Party from Joshua Simmons, Walking the Twilight, When the Sun Dies, and To All Those I've Hurt from Dare to Dream RPG, Rex and Glyph and from Andre Riviera Art, Journey to Elysium and Twilight Grove from Casper D. .nb Ghost. There we go. It's hard to speak with the fangs. I apologize. Spin the Bottle and Memories by Moonlight by Super Dylan, Killer Ratings and Void 1680 AM from Bannerless Games, and more amazing TTRPGs. Indie TTRPGs. Okay, next up.
Indie RPGs. Yeah.
Let's talk about raffle prizes. When you're making your donation, if you want to participate in our raffle, be sure to select a reward that includes raffle tickets. We have over 100 prizes ready to be given away, and raffle tickets only cost $10 each. We also have a special bundle of 30 tickets available for a $150 donation, which will cover over 4 hours of WAVAW's Crisis Line. Jeremy, why don't you tell these folks what they can win?
Certainly. Just to reiterate, chat code exclamation point donate. The prize packs include legendary bundles and adventure bundles from D&D Beyond, Hero Forge, custom printed plastic miniature codes with free shipping, and Roll20 assets and games. We've also got prize packs that include Dragonlance and keys from the Golden Vault, digital copies, and more. In fact, so much more that I need Connie to take over.
I got you, Jeremy. So prizes also include Humblewood campaign setting PDFs from Hit Point Press, as well as their horror carnival setting, Heckna. And new this year, Hit Point Press is also providing copies of their Big Bad Compendium, which is about to be on Kickstarter. It is a full bundle of epic big bads and even new loot and magic items. There's so many amazing goodies up for grabs, and the best thing is every dollar will be going towards supporting survivors of sexualized violence. So Murph, what else can folks get by donating?
Well, there's even a limited number of personal thank you videos available from the cast. You can pick them up for a donation of $100, equivalent to getting up to 5 survivors to and from the hospital safely. But hurry, because they are going fast and won't be available for long. Speaking of, if you are watching this via the VOD, donations will go towards the raffle tickets up until the draw, which is at 11:59 p.m. Pacific on March 31st. Please give generously to support survivors at WAVAW Rape Crisis Center, whose crisis line receives over $5,000 a year from across the globe.
And that brings it back to me. Again, chat code, !incentives. You can donate to affect the game, and believe me, they will need your help. The link to donate is in chat, and you can select your reward to help or hinder the players, cause chaos, and more. Y'all, chat, y'all. There's like 6 of them. They're level 20. They got all these powers and abilities and multiple attacks. The poor little monsters need some help too, so you can donate to help me and them pose a proper challenge to these grand heroes. $30, you can gift an advantage, which again covers 2 hours of WAVA text and chat support. $40 will force a wild magic surge, which covers over an hour of WAVA's crisis line. $60, you can gift a natural 20 to someone. Now, we only play with one house rule, that a 1 always fails and a 20 always succeeds, even on skill checks. So basically, you give them an instant win. And I heard we got some paladins in the group, so they can do some pretty disgusting things with a natural 20. That will cover an hour of counseling for a survivor. 100 is a draw from the deck of many things. Now, you're not familiar with the deck of many things. This is a super happy fun deck. Like, there's nothing but good things in this deck. Some of them are just good for me. But they range all the way from getting a castle and becoming lord of a land, of having wishes granted, all the way to having your soul ripped out of your body and trapped somewhere, or having to face death itself in one-on-one combat. Again, only good things. But there you go. Wait, now let me just check in. Have any of you wonderful people never actually had to draw from the deck of many things by any chance? Connie's never drawn.
I've not drawn.
Never.
Murph?
I dealt, but not drawn.
See, he has been the deck of many things, but not the deck of many things he, you know? Please help us set that right for both Murph and Connie. Deck of many things. Which also covers taxi fare to and from the hospital for up to 5 survivors. For $500, you can add a boss monster of your choice to help or hinder. Y'all, we've had it all. We've had Tiamat. We've had a Sararak. We've had the Tarask. We've had a Sararak riding a zombie Tarask. We've had pretty much anything you can think of has happened in one of these games. And if you make the donation, which is going to cover 8 hours of individual counseling, I will do the thing you request. So if there's a monster you want, you can specify. If you want me to pick one, you can say. Also, just one quick thing. When you make a donation, please specify who you want it to go to, or just put like random or something, because I realize it gets exciting, but there's been times we've been like, we have 20 net 20s and we don't know for who. So make sure you specify.
I'll also just interrupt you, B.Dave. Tiltify recently changed how their system works. So if you could do it in your comment as well, not just answering the question, that would be really, really helpful for me, so I don't miss any of those donations. And we hit our first goal.
Hey! What was the first goal?
3,000. $1,000, which we've already blown past, which means that $500 donation is doubled. The $500 has made it in on top.
Fantastic. Hey, thank you all so much. We haven't even gotten to it yet. And there is actually already at least one deck of mini draw for one of you, but I'm not even going to say who it is just yet. But I would just reiterate that both Murph and Connie have never experienced the delightful golden glow of the deck of many things. So with that, let us actually get around to telling a story here. Strix. When last you found yourself on the prime material plane, you offered up your life to save your friends. You allowed yourself to be taken by Hadar, the endless twisting hunger to save the lives of Walnut and Evelyn and Virgil and Kent, and to give some hope for light to the universe. And as you felt the cold abyss begin to close in around you, you find yourself in a strange place of void, of no up, no down. And you see that same strange face of an androgynous child with jet black eyes that swirl and morph in its face looking at you. Well, Strix, you've done it now, haven't you?
That's not the first time I've heard that. I actually heard that's been said to me a couple of times, actually. Did you like the pie I gave you?
And Hadar holds the pie and looks down at it and says, I was still hungry afterwards. And just crushes it.
Oh, no!
I think we are going to have such fun together. But first, I'm curious. And you see a long black tongue comes out and goes... Delicious.
All right, that's, I might have died, but I'll take what I can get.
I'm curious about something, Strix. I still don't understand completely mortals and why it is that you do what you do. So I'm going to give you just a little more time.
Oh.
Before we head off to the beyond, such as it is. Would you like that, Strix?
No, but sure.
Good. In Strix, there is a flash of light. And you're in the unfamiliar but unmistakable setting of a bar.
Oh.
You hear cups clanking, conversations. There's music playing in the corner. And you see someone who you've never noticed before. Vandalin, what does Vandalin look like?
Vandalin is an elderly human, dark-skinned, long gray beard, wearing at this point I think kind of shabby wizard-like robes of general tan, some auburn and a few bronze shades in there, and also a very sad droopy wizarding hat. He is currently seated at the bar, drowning his sorrows, sitting next to what I realized I don't have the spell Find Steed. I have the spell Find Greater Steed. He is sitting not next to a horse. He is sitting next to a full Pegasus. Both of them with glasses of mead. The Pegasus is sitting on a stool with its hooves on the bar, and both look dejected. As Vandalin, with his long wizarding staff next to him, sort of moans, "Gregory, why did you decide to go solo?" And tears drip down from his eyes into his besodden beard.
Shout out to Gregory. If you were there, you remember. Strix, I realized I'd be remiss if we didn't ask, what does Strix look like? Now, Strix went through several wardrobe shifts the last time, so you tell me what Strix looks like now.
Oh, gosh. I mean, Strix is usually in just a shabby robe covered in weird rags and dirt and things. Very witchy, has a big witch hat usually, was floppy as well over horns. is pale with white eyes and has a long tail. Very smelly, very weird, somewhat unapproachable, but charming.
Vandalin, it is almost like reality vomits Strix out. Like it just goes kind of.
That's about right.
And there's kind of a warp of reality, and she's just standing there. She wasn't there a second ago, and now she is, Vandalin.
I glance over and I say, "Hello, I'm currently heartbroken, sitting next to my friend Tallywhack here. I'm sorry, that's them. I'm sorry, I'm not quite up to my normal joie de vie. I'm a bit. Would you like some of this? I feel I'm being rude."
Oh yeah, I just down it. I'm like, oh thank you. It's been a bad day. I love your hat. It's really nice.
Thank you. Feel free to wear it. I take it off to reveal a shiny bronzed dome.
I don't know,
but like a shiny bronze dome surrounded by long hair. Like a halo or like a Caesar's cut of very long gray hair.
Yeah, unique. Very unique haircut. Hello, I'm Strix. Nice to meet you. I don't know where I am. I don't know where this place is. What's this? Yeah. Where are we?
In a sense, I don't know where I am either. My name is Vandalin the Bronze. And as I say that, you hear a bronze, like echo, and then a very sad fanfare. Sort of like a wah, wah, wah.
Does that always happen?
Yes, it's I have it sort of set. I hold up my staff. I have it set so it casts prestidigitation every time I say my name. But of late, it's been a bit flaccid, shall I say?
That's fair.
Strix, give me a history check.
All right. I got a pretty good history, so we'll see. Ooh,
you can't say it in advance, though. That's...
No, that's true. All right, let's see. Oh, that's really good. Okay. It's 28.
Strix, you know exactly where this is. And yet, what sort of monster wouldn't tell you just yet as we switch to Little Red? Little Red, you were sent a letter, Little Red.
Oh.
Offering you to come here at this time for a job that would pay you your heart's desire. And that was all it said. What does Little Red look like?
Little Red, she's pretty small. They've got a big red hood up that they never take off. It trails along behind them. They carry a small wicker basket, and their nose is quite angular. Long black nails, a little bit too long, but smiling.
First of all, Little Red must be protected at all costs. Perfect.
I can protect myself.
As you make your way into this bar, there is all manner of sentience in this place. It is dark and smoky. There are bubbling what look like hookahs of unknown substances being smoked as they lay around. Ooh. Goblins, orcs, humans, bugbears, anything you can think of is down here, and quite a lot of drow. And as you survey the room, what does Rapture look like?
So B.Dave, you said to go in, so I'm gonna go in.
Please do.
Rapture looks like a legendary hero who was viciously mauled to death by a giant bear with long swords for claws, and then stitched back together with pure rage, and then resurrected by an unhinged necromancer. They are a Yuan-Ti pureblood, with light brown skin dappled with iridescent flakes of gold, black, red scales, especially rhyming around their neck, their clavicle, their abdomen, and their shins. And these bright crimson forks of red lightning patterned tattoos shatter across their entire body like a cloud burst in suspended animation. These thick ropes of scar tissue wind underneath their chest, both top surgery scars and scars from innumerable blades all across their form. And Rapture's eyes are pure midnight void with these slitted red irises, and their hair is as black as the darkness behind stars. It's shaved on the sides sides and winds down their back in a tangled braid until it vanishes into pure shadow that coalesces and joins the hookah smoke surrounding this lounge. So it looks like a cloak of pure dark flame is following them. And all of these scars and tattoos are visible on their body because even though Rapture is wearing plate armor with a cloak behind them, the plate is completely translucent. It resembles like glass or perhaps a chiseled diamond of some sort, with a light that refracts through it like a prism. And finally, Rapture's face wears this expression that walks that razor thin edge between confidence and mania. And their face is alive in the same way that a live wire might be alive. It's animated with this dangerous, dazzling brilliance. They also have a horse. I only have Find Steed, not Find Greater Steed. So a regular horse, they're on the hookah lounge. I think they're surrounded by like the prettiest people in here they would have gathered. And their horse is also lounging with its little hooves, I think trying to like smoke hookah. And it keeps looking nervously over at the Pegasus, like trying to blow like smoke tricks. But it's like a regular kind of nightmare like skeletal war horse. So like a bone horse with like in the sockets of their eyes like bright black flames.
So just a regular horse then.
Just a regular horse. Yeah, exactly.
As one does. Also, I'm officially requesting fan art, internet. Little Red, as you walk in and survey the room, your eyes, of course, fall upon this spectacle of a being standing before you. In Rapture, you received a similar letter, very light on details. Come here, this time, for a job that would pay you your heart's desire.
Well, hello. You do look like someone that could help me on this journey. I couldn't help but notice, and I take out the envelope that I was sent. This was sticking out of your pocket as well?
Yes. It appears we are twin flames drawn to the same purpose. One moment though. So yes, darling, I got this scar fighting a awakened Yeti, and this one was from an abominable owlbear. Much more vicious than a normal owlbear, I assure you. It's like 10 owlbears grafted onto one single being. So you must also be possessed of startling acumen or perhaps some kind of godly wit or strength to be invited here.
Well, I would say you just wouldn't like me if I was angry.
Anger issues. I find that compelling.
Speaking of godly acumen or startling strength, Ralphiel. What does Ralphiel look like?
Ralphiel, I think, has kind of a like Chris Angel thing going on. I think just the best. He only has 16 AC because I forgot to equip any plate mail, so we're going with just vest. So he's all just vest. He's just vest. And then I think kind of the emo haircut of black hair over the one eye. And I think sees how undeniably metal Rapture is and is kind of just like realizing that he's not the most metal person in the room right now. So I was going to activate his once a day that I really shouldn't use right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. His once a day wings. Burst. So I think he walks in and just like bursts from the back like he's doing a big illusion, and big like Diablo 2 style angel like blue wings come out, and then he has to kind of awkwardly like go through people. Excuse me, sorry, excuse me.
Well, quite a few people are overcompensating for something in here.
Raphael, also I don't know if I heard, what race is Little Red, for the record?
Oh, I'm a human. Thank you for reminding me. Yes. Yeah. Human for now. Who knows?
True. Yeah. So it depends on who's asking, right? Raphael, do me a favor. Give me persuasion with advantage.
Great. Okay. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. 18.
You all notice, again, heads are turning. Rapture, even some of the people that were just fawning on your scars are kind of starting to give you this one, while they're like, oh, that was... Yeah, no, that must have hurt Yeah, that must have hurt terribly. Yeah.
Am I also gonna do this? Why not? Oh God. Okay. This is horrible for me to do, but I'm just gonna do it. So Rapture, there's like a vein kind of twists in their temple, even though like that smile stays. They go, oh, my. Well, yes, I suppose overcompensation is the name of the game here. Oh, I'm just gonna yawn and lightning bolt. I'm gonna cast lightning bolt straight up through the roof and try to make it look as badass and awesome as possible.
Oh no, I don't think there's a roof here.
You know, there was actually. Well, Wisteria, you know, there's a lot of floppy hats, wings, and magic happening in this room. What does Wisteria look like?
No hat as floppy as mine, probably. Wisteria is a 3-foot tall gnome wizard in like a cute little dress. With a huge, just increasingly structurally unsound hat. Every time I wear it, it gets worse. And you know, pink hair, and just she has these spectacles, and she just looks sort of always startled and uncomfortable by what's around her. And she too has an impressive beast alongside her. She has like a scruffy looking orange cat that's like trying to be on her shoulder, but like can't quite find purchase and keeps kind of scrabbling and like falling and having to like catch itself. Yeah.
Which probably freaked out by the lightning. Although if it's
as soon as the lightning,
worse. Yeah.
As soon as the lightning strikes the cat, just like all the fur everywhere, tail up, claws into Wisteria's shoulder. God.
You know, as you make your way into this room, Wisteria, these colorful people surrounded by sentience are all around you. Who does Wisteria make her way towards?
I think she probably beelines towards the other 2 people with big floppy hats. that they also seem like probably the least threatening of the whole group so far. Oh, hello. I couldn't help but notice your hats, and I think they're pretty nice hats. I say same hat.
Oh, I like your hat.
Oh, it is.
Thanks. Thank you.
It's lovely.
Is there anything?
Flop.
Wait, I have to know. Is there anything under your hat?
Well, it seems like a strange question to ask when you first meet somebody, because what if there was? And I just didn't want to share it, you know?
Oh, I mean, no, that's fair. That's fair. And I take mine off, and there's a dead gazer under my hat that's like leaking onto my head.
That makes you feel much better. No, there's nothing under my hat. It's just my head.
Oh, all right. Well, I need to resurrect him for a friend, so I'm just going to put my hat back on and stop talking.
It's useful storage sometimes.
What about you, Vandalin?
Yes. Well, aside from my scalp, there's also a great deal of shame and sadness at the loss of my friend Gregory. He's wandered off, you see. He realized somewhere along the line, I think it occurred to him that people liked him better than they liked me. So even though he began life as my sidekick, he realized that honestly, he was the Beyonce to my Kelly Rowland. And now here I am. Look, I'm still great, but I'm not that. And I point, and there's like a poster of Gregory.
I would say that when you point at the poster, a programmed illusion starts of what is like a very young man, very early 20s, that is beautiful, wearing armor. Etched in it is a picture that resembles Vandalin, but it is like begin to like fade a little and maybe it's been painted over. And he says, Vandalin, thank you so much for your inspiration in helping me achieve my true greatness. I will go and venture forth and become worthy of you. Yes, I will come back, Vandalin, soon. But don't wait for me at all. Yes. Oh, yes, I am Gregory. Yes, I'm the hero who... And then the illusion cuts off.
Vandalin's
wait for him to come back.
I'm like finishing the mead. Sorry, what was that? I was just thinking about how I'd been abandoned. This is like the 8th time that's played. Vandal is just absolutely tuning it out.
There's a lot going on here. I think some might need therapy. But what's your name? And I like bend down over to Wisteria.
I'm Wisteria Skitterquick Appldackle of the Appldackle family. You've probably heard of us.
Have I?
Can I roll to see? Yeah, can I roll to see?
Yeah, you're all storied adventurers by this point. Like, who knows what anybody's heard? Yeah, absolutely. Of the Appldackles.
I only got a 14.
I got like a 30 something.
Well, I'm going to ask you two questions. Wisteria,
Yes.
with that 30, Vandalin, 30 is godlike success. So Vandalin very much knows the truth about your family, whereas Strix has just heard some things, so which may or may not be true. So first, what has Strix heard, and then what does Vandalin know?
Okay, so Strix has heard what probably a lot of spellcasters would know, which is that her family invented a magic drink called Apple Dackle's All-Nighter Cider that helps you do more magic when you're like up late working. And that's just like it's like a wizard energy drink, basically. But Vandalin would know the true rumors that their daughter, Wisteria, was like a huge disappointment to her family and like had a lot of trouble learning magic and still has a lot of trouble controlling it and often just causes chaos with her ineptitude.
Oh, Vandalin, I think there's like a light bulb that clicks and Vandalin says, he leans in and says, "You are the Wisteria Appledackle, yes?"
Yeah, what have you heard?
And I say, "Oh, I've heard many things that indicate that you could maybe use a magical mentor, perhaps a great wizard."
Do you know what? Maybe Grumpy.
My dear, Tallywhack, drop a beat. And Tallywhack starts beatboxing. My dear, my name is Vandalin, and I'm here to say your magic troubles will be gone today. Come and study under the tutelage of Vandalin, the bronze.
And it is almost like calling unto the weave itself, almost like Mistra hears you and responds, but in a way that you didn't expect, because although we're still very much in the inciting incident, the internet has heeded my call, and we have a number of deck of many thing draws already. So, Murph,
Yes.
is 3.
It's fine. I'm only getting good ones.
It's true.
Famously lucky.
There's
Guaranteed.
something to be said for draining them early.
Got him.
Connie has 1 on deck first. So Connie, you know what? This is what we're gonna do 1 for Murph. We'll do 1 for Connie. Then we'll draw for Murph again. So
Great.
Here's how we do this. I'm a shuffle. You tell me when to stop.
Great.
Murph,
Stop.
cut or no cut?
No cut.
Nope. We're living dangerously. Perfect. I like it. All right. Perfect. We're gonna come back to that one at a dramatically appropriate moment. Connie.
Oh God. Okay, here we go.
Tell me when.
When?
Okay, cut or no cut?
Cut.
All right. Cut. Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like that
Crazy.
response
All
from
good
you, Dave.
ones.
Okay. We're
2 good ones.
We're
Wow.
come back.
You
to
are
that one,
dead.
Goodbye.
momentarily.
Mansions and extra
Yeah.
levels.
Momentarily here. Perfect. All right. Murph.
Okay.
Say
Got
when.
it. When?
Okay.
Stop.
Cut or no cut?
Cut.
Okay. Cut. That one we will resolve here momentarily, but let's just go ahead and do this while we're here. So say when.
Stop.
Is it?
Okay. Cut or this is still for Murph. This last one for Murph. Cut or no
No cut this one.
All right.
Wow, trapped in a gem 3 times.
All jokes aside, there's like 2 in this that are just not fun. Like, I mean, they're bad things that aren't even like enjoyable
Right.
bad things. So I'm gonna
get
just gonna
those?
bury that one.
Okay,
We're
great.
gonna bury that one.
Cool.
Oh, okay. All right. Hang on a second here. This is actually pretty good things, I'm gonna say, for Rathiel, but we'll come back to them here in just a second. One last question before we move on here. Vandalin, what was the full hero name of your companion who has since moved on? What did Gregory become eventually?
Ooh, I think Gregory vaulted over the bronze level and went straight to gold. I think Gregory became Gregory the Gold.
Gregory the Gold.
It is alliterative.
First of his name. Perfect. Excellent. Now, because you all are beautiful, wonderful people, I have to move this along or we'll never get out of the bar. As you all are gathering along here, Rathiel, what, if any, god does Rathiel serve?
Who would be like a god of vengeance or like a god of war, I guess.
Ooh, we got some good ones.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Because I think Rathiel as level 20, I think he's already done his like vengeance pact and now is kind of just looking for a new cause. Is just kind of like looking for vengeance, but doesn't have any vengeance to do.
I need you to know something. There really is, and I'm not making this up, a god of vengeance named Whore, but it's H-O-A-R, Whore.
Okay.
I mean like cold whore, but we're not going to do that. It's a family show. We'll go with Tempest. Tempest of the Lord of Battles. Perfect.
Great.
Rathiel, as you're making your way through this bar, wings stretched, turning every head of the place.
Excuse me.
You see an old, haggard dwarf. He is pale. His skin is almost white. Reaches out and touches you with a hand and says, "In the name of Tempest, Lord of Battles, you will die honorably in righteous fire." Yes.
Sweet, but in like a while, right?
And he just sort of like looks at you for a second and he's like, "Oh, well, unfortunately, that's not nearly as certain, but this should help you along your way." And he reaches in his bag and he pulls out 2 black stones that look like carved skulls, because you have drawn the gem card, which will bestow some wealth upon you, although for a man of your means, this is less impactful, as you feel when you grab this, you do feel the fury of Tempest move through your arms and legs, and you realize that he has granted you the strength to find a glorious death as you have drawn the star, which you gain an immediate +2 inherent bonus to the attribute of your choice. So you feel the power of Tempest flow through you. Yes, that is 2 of the better cards that are already out of the deck.
Oh my God.
I said it,
but
only going to draw good ones. But there's more good ones?
Tempest has demanded something of you.
Okay.
As you feel the fury move through you, you feel yourself changing somehow, as the presence of Tempest has altered your mortal mind, because you also drew balance, which alters your alignment instantly. So I will leave it up to you how Rathiel changes by having the hand of this dark god upon him.
Okay.
I'm in danger.
What is the opposite of Chris Angel?
Somebody not emo at all.
Yeah,
like
I'm not emo. Just him. Just
David Copperfield, Siegfried and Roy.
I just start like happily doing tricks for everybody.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. You're like, hooray! Glorious death by
I'm just
fire.
super friendly all of a sudden. Drinks on me, everybody! Come on! It's a brand new day.
As you're standing there and this deep dwarf is like, brand new day. You all hear a voice say, aye, that's enough of that, it is. You six, only called 5. And he looks right at you, Strix, and you see another dwarf, but this one isn't the ashen white of the dwarf that just talked to Rathiel. He looks like a standard hill dwarf that has probably just been underground for a long time. He wears an odd hat with like long fleshy stalks hanging off of it and heavy steel boots, too heavy that when he walks, it's like I only called upon the 5 of them, but you look like you know your way around a scrap. Would you like to have your heart's desire granted to you, lass?
Oh, I mean, probably not, but I just ended up here through some horrible planar instance through Hadar spitting me out. And do you want a pie?
I believe it was some sort of terrible circumstances that's led everybody here, eh?
That's fair. Why your shoes look really heavy. Is this the Underdark? Are we in the Underdark? I see a lot of Underdarky things like drow and scary.
Well, they call me Ot Steel Toes for a reason, lass. And you're in the Underdark. I think you'd have noticed that when you were traveling here.
No, I just was spit here, but maybe the others.
You, the rest of you, come.
Did you just call everybody else scary?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm terrifying. Deeply unsettling.
More I'm terrified. Not everybody is scared. More I am terrified. But I'm always scared. That's my secret.
Immediately, Vandalin, the Gregory message starts to play again, the programmed illusion. He's moving on.
That just like, doesn't stop, yeah.
He's like, come to the back. Time's a wasting it is. And as you all come back, presumably you all follow him, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He brings you into what should be like a lavish throne room covered in pillows and tapestries and a large dais that should have featured something that is currently empty. And he says to you, all right, now look, I've told the boss that you 6 were the best around, okay? I told him 5, but now it's going to be 6. He wasn't listening to me anyway. It's fine. The gods sent you. What's your name, lass? Looking at you, Strix.
Oh, hello, I'm Strix. Nice to meet you, Mr. Ouchie, the Steel Toes?
Steel Toes.
That's right.
Hey, fine little red Wisteria Raphael, Rapture Vandal, and thank you for heeding the summons, eh? Okay, I don't have a lot of time before he gets here. Just agree to whatever he asks you to do, and everything's going to be fine, eh?
What if we don't agree with it?
He's probably gonna kill you where you stand, okay? That's you're low to the ground, but he's a pretty good shot, I think, okay?
You can certainly try.
And as all of you look at those letters that everyone but Strix received, they are all signed O-S-T, Odd Steel Toes. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was original soundtrack. I got really excited about
it. That's the odd thing.
That was
the rise of the bar.
The poster, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
they
the poster that keeps playing.
Animated thing. Hey, you see that, all right? It's an odd thing.
Impressive.
Anyway, and you all hear, he's like, all right, he's coming again. Do your best not to make eye contact. That's weird, I know. And behind you, you hear a wall slide open. And you see a disgusting form come floating in. He is large and bulbous with a great central eye and a huge leering mouth with eye stalks on his head that look in every direction all at once. He's covered in jewelry and his lip is pierced and he has gross, glistening, mucousy skin as he comes floating forward. I am the Almighty Thanatar! Are these the ones that you have brought before me to recover my blessed Silgar? Or are you the one that took Silgar? Did you? Should I have my revenge on you right now? I look at you with the wings here. This one, and he does float right up to you, Raphael. You are unquestionably beautiful, but you also look devious. You look like the type that would do something like this. And Raphael, a strange thing happens. When he looks at you with that central eye, the stalks are looking at all of you. But when that central eye falls on you, you feel all the magic in you depart. It is like it is depressed from your blood, and you feel absolutely mortal before him as this huge bulbous form is floating.
Mm.
Yes. Are you struck speechless by the magnificence of the almighty Xanathar? I know, gaze upon me. Look at the glistening of my mucus sacs. Yes. Now, speak. Did you do this? Are you behind it? You know who did it or is behind it?
So this has been like a crazy 10 minutes for me. I just want to bring joy to the world. And if that's what you're asking, I'm in. I think your mucus sacs look awesome.
Oh, yeah, okay, good. The almighty Xanathar was about to turn you into stone and then disintegrate the stone because you talk about bringing happiness, but you want to return my happiness to me. That's true. There is only one thing to make the almighty Xanathar happy in all of the realms. The almighty Xanathar is, of course, beautiful and brilliant and rich beyond comprehension, and yet the almighty Xanathar has neither friends, peers, nor equals except one. Who knows the name of the almighty Xanathar's friend? Do any of you know? Do you know? Yes? Anybody?
I do. I do. I know.
Strix, you, again, have had a long and storied life. Has Strix met the almighty Xanathar before?
Yeah, we killed him.
You did not! That is nothing but an ugly rumor. The almighty Xanathar cannot simply be defeated.
No, well, I know you love your goldfish, Silgar.
And you see one of the stalks turns and gets so close to you, you actually kind of feel it touch you a little bit, Strix.
Hello!
Yeah, and he's like, I know the look of that tiefling. You were once an adversary of the almighty Xanathar. Have you come to beg forgiveness? Have you come to bow down before me? Yes.
I'm here as a mistake. So, no, I'm just here to help these lovely folks and their floppy hats get whatever they need.
Well, what they need is to make the almighty Xanathar happy. That's what they need. So yes, you are in fact here to help. And the Xanathar, in my infinite wisdom and mercy, will not destroy you right now. I should. Yes. Also, Evelyn isn't here, is she? Because she struck particularly hard. The Xanathar has been struck harder, of course, but I just feel it at the time. She's not here, is she?
No, she's not here. That's true. I had more of a problem considering I have magic bits and pieces.
You don't have them now, do you? As the eye of the almighty Xanathar falls upon you. And when he looks at you, Strix, again, this is especially unsettling for a tiefling. You're a magic being. It's like part of what you are stops functioning while he's looking at you. And Rathiel, when that central eye turns away from you, it is like wings and everything back again. Yeah.
I just throw up a little bit on him. Like, and it just like throw up on him.
Your mucus sacs are functioning properly as well. Good.
Yes.
The Xanathar has this effect on many beings. Does anybody else have anything they wish to say for the almighty Xanathar before you go and get my beloved Silgar back? Yes, that is obviously what is going on. Please try to keep up. Silgar was in his bowl right here. Obviously, he was on display. He was beautiful. He was perfect. He is my one and only friend in all of existence. And someone came in here and took him from the almighty Xanathar, and I thought it was going to be you, and I was going to destroy you. And you see all of his eyes light up. And Ott steps forward and is like, no, my lord, these are the adventurers that are going to go recover Silgar, right? You're going to go recover...
A goldfish!
Right.
Yes.
Good. Fine. Yes. Well, then the almighty Xanathar is going to go back into my lair where I go and meditate on the many ways I'm going to extract revenge on whoever has done this. The Xanathar is not going to go and cry. That is an ugly rumor. The Xanathar does not cry. Just on occasion, even my eyes glisten more than usual. It's fine. Yes. Go get Silgar back, and then I will give you whatever you want, because the Xanathar, of course, is infinitely wealthy and has all things available. Yes, Vandal and the Bronze. Yes.
Yes. I have 3 things to say. Number 1, yes, I would like to help you. Number 2, if we are successful, would you be willing to grant me some of your mucus? I have heard that it's very useful in a number of potions. And number 3, I would like to suggest to you, sir, that sometimes it's good to let it out. When you're feeling down, it's good to find a time to really let your emotions go.
And I'd like to cast suggestion.
Oh my god.
What is the save on the suggestion?
It's a 19. 19 wisdom save.
All right, hold on a second here. And you're suggesting that the almighty Xanathar let it out?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Trying to do for him what I
I'm
can't
just like,
do for myself.
Vandalin, don't worry. There's some mucus on my robes I can squeeze.
No, it's not fresh enough.
Is this wisdom or intelligence save?
Wisdom.
He misses it by 1.
Oh.
You see, as you say this, Vandalin, 1 by 1, the 8 eye stalks, a little ring of water appears along the bottom of it, and even the big central eye starts to get a little glassy, and he just goes, "It is very dusty in these quarters. The janitor is going to execute the cleaning staff. Please excuse me." It turns it flips out of the room.
I'd like to
real
minor
fast.
illusion everybody hurts just as he leaves.
Crying is not a sign of weakness. You're okay.
And the door slams shut behind him, and Ott says, "Well, that went better than I expected. He did not execute any of you." Also, I would be remiss if I didn't say, a goal!
Yay!
Goal!
Yeah!
We have a full week of support groups funded there. Char, what are even we at now? I saw that pop up a minute ago. It's always changing.
We're at 4,650. Our next goal is 5,880, which will give us, if we hit it, 1 week of our crisis line, 24 hours being funded for a full week if we hit that next one.
Hey, thank you all so very much. Thank you. Again, this is all jokes aside, we're having a good time here, but this is making a meaningful difference in some people's lives during a very dark time. So thank you so very much.
That's really my favorite reward too, because our crisis line does accept calls from all over the world. So you're supporting no matter where you're donating from, no matter who you know that is a survivor, you're helping folks. So,
and it's call and text, right? Because unfortunately, some people are in environments where they can't even talk about these things openly. They still just have to try and interact, right?
that's right. We do have text and chat support. Yep.
There you go. Perfect. So as the almighty Xanathar, in a wave of emotion, floats out of the room, Ott looks the way he went and was like, "Well, that actually went better than I expected. The reason why I called 5 of you is I thought he was going to kill 1 of you right here on the spot, and that 4 would be enough to get the job done. But we got a 6, so hey, and maybe the gods have smiled on us."
Do you have enough heart's desires for all 6 of us then, or?
Hey, yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure.
Insane.
Yeah, what was that?
Give the help action to my new pupil.
Yeah,
to Wisteria.
absolutely. Roll with advantage, Wisteria. Although, how does Vandalin help, by the way, as she's looking for insight?
I would like to lean down and say, I'm not getting a good vibe from this person. And just nod sagely. And you know what? I'm also going to give I'm going to smile. My eye will twinkle, and I'll give a wizardly inspiration.
What's your inspiration die?
I think it's what is this? It's at least a D10. Let me check.
Yeah. So, again, if you have inspiration, Wisteria, you don't have to use it. You can bank it for some time later, but yes.
Okay, I'm not going to use it yet, but I got a 17 on my insight.
He's not consciously lying to you, but he very much is like, that's future Ott's problem. You know what I mean? Like,
I can relate to that feeling.
Yeah. But he's not knowingly cheating you. He's like, we'll deal with it then. Yeah, sure. He's got money. Yeah, I'm sure give whatever you want.
D12,
Rapture.
actually.
Oh, a D12. Excellent. Rapture.
Oh, cool.
Rapture strides forward, and this is was looking like they were trying not to gag the entire time the beholder was in the room. They were looking away. They were like, they took out a little strip of mint gum and started chewing it and breathing it in, and looked back and spit the gum out. They stride up to this dwarf with this big brilliant smile still on their face. They go, "Listen, Ott, I have everything in my life I could already ask for. I've done the revenge thing. I've killed the people who killed my family. I have several estates in multiple realms. I have bedded and wedded and divorced, and I'm going through prenuptial legalese and whatnot with all the most beautiful men, women, and what have you in the realm. There's only really one thing left I could want. That could fill let's be honest, the deep hole within me that nothing could fill. So if I'm unable to get this at the end of this journey, you and I are going to have a very long talk."
He looks up at you, because again, he's a dwarf and a hunched one at that, so you definitely loom over him, Rapture. And he says, You're quite a specimen here, Raptor. Let me tell you something. I didn't get where I am in life by being easily cowed by strong, beautiful people. There's nothing you can threaten me with that is worse than what my lord here will do if we fail. But a pirate's word is his word, and I said I'd do it, did I not? And he extends a hand to shake Rapture.
You did. And Rapture extends a hand to shake Ott as well, and kind of pulls him in at the last bit. Even though they're kind of like lithe, they are muscular with a surprising amount of brawn. They kind of pull him in, lean into his ear and sort of whisper, I wasn't talking about violence at the end. I was talking about a different kind of incentive for you, perhaps a honey instead of a vinegar, if my wish is fulfilled.
You see his eyes widen for a second. As you might imagine, Ott is not accustomed to being flirted with, and it sort of like takes him a second, and he goes, I am good. Well, here's the thing, heroes. We don't know who did this, right? All we got is a big empty bowl, and if I might gather around here. In the old days, when the goldfish would die, we just get the lure at the new goldfish. It was not that difficult, but recently he took a particular shine to this one. He's got an odd little birthmark down on one of his pectoral fins, and we're afraid if we don't bring back the right fish, he'll know. So, don't think you're just gonna go buy a new pet goldfish. Believe me, we thought of that, So, you guys got the magic and things you can do. You just, there's the bowl, that's the scene of the crime. Can you just figure something out and bring that fish back?
All right.
Do we know where the fish went?
I mean, the fish isn't here, mate. If I knew where the fish went, I'd go get it myself, wouldn't I? However, we have another draw of the deck of many things. So, Ginny.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Super
great.
happy fun time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Say when.
When?
Cut or no cut? All right. I'm gonna have to ask you a question here in chat, and then we'll have to resolve that one later. Let me ask real quick right here before I forget.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And we'll put that one over. Hang on. I got my dramatically appropriate moment cards all over here in the corner. Perfect. Got it. Yes. Thank you, Internet. Truly. Perfect.
Thank you, Internet.
Excellent. So, if you ask, do we know where the fish went? He's like, if I knew where the fish went, we would have just gone and got the fish ourselves, mate.
Yes.
We assume it's still alive. Otherwise, if they were just gonna kill it, they would have just like strung the poor beastie up here to make a statement or some such.
I've got something I could potentially do. You also see that Ralphiel, now that he's gone from chaotic neutral to lawful good, has changed out of his vest into he's wearing just like a canary yellow polo. Come on, gang, we can solve this mystery. And then I want to go over and as a vengeance paladin, I have Scry prepared. So I'd like to. I think if I have something from it, it might help it if you have like a connection. So I'm gonna drink some of the water.
It
I just go
like
over
goldfish bowl water. It tastes like goldfish bowl water with a little beholder mucus, and honestly, tears have dripped into as the Xanathar was looking over the bowl.
Raphael incorrectly thinks the more he drinks, the better he'll be at the spell. So like downs it.
Chug.
Oh God.
Is that good?
It's sanitary.
Try a little pinky.
It's very salty.
It's not
very
very
salty.
good.
Yep.
Right.
I will, however, give you the full -10 bonus. In this case, -10 is a good thing. So yes, go ahead.
Yes,
and roll it.
Great. So I think the fish rolls.
Oh yes,
to not be scryed on.
Hang on, let's see.
This is a good old-fashioned goldfish roll.
The fish got a -6. So hang on, let me see. Exactly where you're gonna get from this. In the meantime, feel free to talk amongst yourselves. As I'm like,
great.
Oh my god.
Ralphiel just gets like a far-off look in his eyes, and you can't tell if he's casting the scrying spell and seeing something, or if he's really sick from drinking all the fish bowl.
I go and grab a bucket and just slide it in front, just in case.
Appreciate you. Yes, yes. Tallywhack, rub his back.
And just with it hoofing your back.
Blight, also rub his back. And the skeleton horse will do the same thing.
Wisteria, what's your cat's name?
Oh, his name is Apple. It's not very creative. I named him when I was very young, so you just kind of have to stick with it.
He seems to be a comforting presence.
Well, that must be nice for you if you feel that way about him. I think, he's a little bit sort of smelly and pointy, and he's just kind of always around, so.
Wisteria.
That's me too.
You see Raphael's eyes do sort of defocus here, and I would say Vandalin and Wisteria in Strix, you all know exactly what he's doing at this time. Wisteria, you see your cat Apple does come tugging at your leg with something. He's got something in his mouth, a little pouch.
Oh God, I bet it. Sometimes he goes through trash cans and he just brings me like used tissues and stuff like that.
Is this cat just me?
Do you want him? Because you could just take him.
I'm not a safe person to give animals to. I die too many times.
He brings you a bag of magic beans, Wisteria.
What? Where did you get this, Apple? Did you take this from somebody?
Meow.
What the heck is that? I'm gonna reach in and pull out a bean, and oh.
I mean, are you gonna reach in and pull out a bean?
Do it.
Throw the bean.
Definitely
Do
a
it.
magic bean.
Do it.
Throw the bean.
I'm gonna reach in and pull out a bean.
Would you like to roll for the bean, or would you like me to?
Oh gosh, I can do it. I'll do it.
Oh, please do.
Okay.
Hold on a second. This reminds me here. I need to double check something else. Oh, we're Connie and Shar, if you would, please both of you give me percentile rolls as well. We're due for some wild magic.
Oh,
Yes.
I got 56.
56 on the bag of beans.
11 on the percentile.
Okay.
93 for me.
Wait, hang on. We're gonna come back to that here. Hold on. So many random things happening.
Oh yeah,
at once.
I should
That's fine.
put it
We're
in
good.
the chat.
Yes. No, we're good.
Reference.
My D4's disappeared. I'm like the cruelest die, and now I can't find it.
I heard you say percentile, but it didn't register. And seeing all these huge numbers, I was like, "What is everyone's modifiers? What are you doing to roll like a 55? God,
that's how level 20 works.
I've got like a plus 11 to stuff, but
11 bright pink toads come crawling out of the bag, Wisteria, and they just hop around.
Oh God, I'm trying to like catch him. Oh, Apple, you're the worst.
Rapture, what was that on the
11.
11? Perfect. Rapture, you immediately shrink. Just an odd, wild magic surge takes place. Thank you for those who donated. And you cast Reduce on yourself. Just you come down to about Wisteria size.
What?
Oh, hey.
No.
Yeah.
This is great. We can make eye contact now while we talk.
I absolutely no. I do not look up at people. I look down condescendingly at people.
It's not so bad.
What? I can't reach shelves. I can't.
Somebody cast enlarge on the world, Rapture. And Little Red, what was that for yours?
I got a 93.
At the exact same moment, Little Red, you see as Rapture is kind of off the table, like, first of all, you kind of have an idea what's hiding under that cloak there, but you just feel yourself become very athletic, just like the gains kick in, Little Red, and you have advantage on strength, con, and dex checks. I'll say for the next minute, but I'll leave it till it's relevant here. It's just like somehow she's vascular under a Little Red Riding Hood here, you know? Yeah.
She's so swole.
Usually I have to rage to feel like this, but I'm liking it.
Exactly. Odd looks at you, he's like, aye, okay, aye, good. Now, Raphael, as you're scrying, what scrying allows you to do, I know you know, but for those who may not be familiar with the spell, you create a basically an eye at the other location where you can see in its vicinity. And you see Silgar sitting in a bowl. It's just a little goldfish sitting there. It is in a cave somewhere that is dark, and you can only see in 10 feet of the target. And while you're looking around, you distinctly hear a voice say, "Oh, scrying. Now that's cheating. If you want the fish, you got to come back here and get it. Fair is fair." And the scrying stops.
I relay that to everybody.
Oh,
I have an idea.
Tell
might
us,
be able to
Vandal.
help us. Yes.
Yes, bold man.
Yeah. Please don't highlight it. I turn to Wisteria and I say, "Watch this. Watch and learn, apprentice."
Yes, okay.
I take out a pair of tweezers, stick them into my ear, pull out some earwax, set it like on a little counter, and start like carving the earwax into a tiny little version of myself, who then takes out an encyclopedia and starts looking it up as I cast Legend Lore. And I would like to cast Legend Lore to discover who, as much as I can, about the source of that voice and the location of the goldfish currently.
Wonderful. However, before you do that, again, Mistra's eye is still upon you, Vandalin, and you have a draw from the deck of many. So, say when.
When.
All right. Cut or no cut?
Cut.
All right. The deck has only ever been good to you, Vandalin.
It's
unilaterally positive.
Knock on wood.
Oh. The
And
stakes have never
streak-
been higher.
The streak continues, Vandalin.
Nice.
Vandalin, is you cast Legend Lore here, and you reach out to find out the truth of what exactly is happening here. You see a robed woman standing before you. It is swirling and amorphous in white, and you see around her an infinite weave is extending from her, and you know the face of Mistra instantly.
Hello. You've come to pay me what you owe me. She's owed me money for quite some time.
Eileen whispered to everyone else.
You see Mistra says, "Vandalin, I owe you nothing. I have given you the one thing I ever give anyone, a chance. And yet, I am prepared to allow you to tug on the strings, probably more than you should, but beware, you might get entangled as well. And I need you to roll 1d4 for me, please, Vandalin."
Oh boy. All right. That is a 4.
You have drawn the moon card and gain access to 4 wishes. Granted.
Whoa!
by Mistra.
Crap.
Now, I need to say, I am from the Twilight Zone Monkey Paw School of Witchcraft, where this spell can do literally anything, but it is going to do exactly what you ask. So be careful with the use of this potentially devastating and cataclysmic magic. Also, we're running short on the good cards in the deck, chat. Which means, of course, you must send them more draws.
No, please.
A lot of the good stuff is already out of it. Now, you say legend lore here. Now, what is it? You can name or describe a person, place, or object, Vandalin. What is it specifically that you are legend loring?
I'm going to describe the voice as much as Ralphiel is able to tell me, and as much of the room as he was able to relate that the goldfish was in, to try and find out as much as I can about the source of the voice and where they might be.
As you are casting this magic right here in front of Mistra herself, let's allow fate to decide. Chat. Mistra's gonna help. If Mistra is very helpful, put a 1 in chat. If Mistra's not very helpful, put a 2 in chat. She's gonna do something, but is she gonna do a lot? She can do a little. 1 if Mistra is very helpful. 2 if Mistra is not very helpful. We'll just give this a couple of
Hero
seconds.
Forge gave a 2. Damn you, Hero Forge.
How could you?
Thank you. Exactly. I don't know. We'll give it like
Gonna subtly influence it.
You're like,
what am I? I'm thinking of
Somebody
something.
gave a 3.
Hey, that's good.
I know. We'll give it 10 more seconds here.
2.
My own
A lot of
show
twos.
gave a 2. What the heck?
2 ones?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thank you.
What is a
thank
2
you.
if not 2 ones, right?
Exactly.
I mean, that's also an
Exactly.
11, but
What's
really?
the verdict, Little Red?
Oh, I mean, I'm seeing more 2s. 1s came in at the end, but I think the 2s won.
I demand a recount.
Are you saying you wish for a recount? But
no, not yet.
Vandalin, you see Mistra turns her head and looks off into the distance, and she says, "Oh, so many things lay before you. I see strength. I see fortitude. And I see charisma." And she's gone, and you're back in the room.
Hello.
So is it just like all earwax is like a potential potent magical force, or
is the earwax like the one casting the spell, or are you casting the spell through the earwax? How much does the ear, because it was like an important part for.
Yes, it was sort of like a conduit for the magic. I created a little me who then cast the spell themselves.
oh my gosh,
Yes.
I have so much to learn from you.
This is gross. And that says a lot coming from me.
Thank you.
All of you give me history checks. Or Arcana, actually. I'll give you history or Arcana. This is Charity.
Now you give us charity.
I'm going to use my advantage to see if I can get higher.
I was about to say, we haven't
Yeah,
even
I'm gonna
started
do that
fighting yet.
too.
Me too. I got 5.
I rolled the exact
Well, with
same number
advantage.
both times.
Well,
I got a 13.
13.
I got
I
it.
have a -1. I got a 18.
18 with a -1.
Yeah.
5.
You
Rolled a
got
natural
a
19.
different perspective down here, Rapture. You're seeing all these
Yeah.
ankles. Kneecap.
25 for me.
25 for Wisteria
Whoa.
Strix.
I used my advantage, by the way.
Perfect.
I
Strix?
got 26.
Strix and Wisteria.
I got a
Ew.
38. Just gonna throw
Oh!
that out there.
Vandalin. Again, 30 is godlike success, and it makes sense that the god spoke to you in a language that you would understand. Strength and constitution or fortitude in and of itself didn't necessarily mean anything, except just, that's just something you're going to encounter. But for whatever reason, charisma rotated in your mind again and again and again. Charisma. There's a dragon named Charisma, a crystalline great worm named Charisma, which, based on the voice that Raphael described, maybe. Honestly, with a 38, I'm gonna go ahead and say definitely.
Ralphiel does a killer worm impression. It was like, you could tell it was just kind of like slithering along, you know?
Also, hand to God, I've been reading this wrong the entire time. This creature's name is Carsima, and my brain made it Charisma, and now her name's Charisma because of where we are now.
I like that better.
I said it out loud on the internet. Yeah, right. Yeah. A sapphire great worm specifically.
You're not wrong. You're improvising.
There you go. Innovation. Legally distinct. It's a legally distinct dragon.
If nobody else comes to that conclusion, then I will. If nobody else comes to the conclusion, then I'll throw it out there. But if somebody else throws out that name, then I'll be like, that was a good one. Yes. And I'll just hold it in reserve.
What I'm going to say, Vandalin, you realize it, but with those high rolls from Wisteria and Strix, you have also heard of this creature, and that would make sense based on what you were told.
Isn't there a big dragon worm thing with that name?
Yes. Yes. Oh, pupil, you're learning so quickly. Good job.
I take out some earwax and carve a little wisteria and give it as a gift.
But you shouldn't have that much. That's really unhealthy.
I've cultivated. It's been a lifetime.
I'm going to move right past that because if I fixate on it, I think I'm going to lose something crucial to myself. But today feels like a wonderful day to slay a dragon.
I will say these little carvings he's making are about knee high to you currently, Rapture. They would have been
get
tiny.
away from me! Do not touch me! I swear to God!
They're feet tall. I thought of them as being like that big. The idea is just like, like 2.5 feet. 2.5 feet of earwax.
It's about a foot tall, but when you're like 6 foot, that's not a thing. Wow. But when you're like 3 foot, that is much more of a
several
thing.
pound hunks of
I was imagining just like a little claymation dude of wax, but
they're like butter sculptures.
No, it's like something out of a Tool video. Absolutely, yeah. So,
where would one find this charisma?
Again, with rolls that high, I'm going to say a crystalline dragon usually would have been living underground and also would have been living usually in an area near somewhere affluent. So having them live underground, not too far. So again, there is Waterdeep. And then kind of right under Waterdeep is where the Xanathar Guild is located. The Underdark actually stretches up and down the Sword Coast. It's actually huge. People underestimate just how big the Underdark is. But you're kind of already in one of the wealthiest areas anywhere on the Sword Coast. So maybe just straight down is probably a good place to look. And Raphael, it was in a cave.
It's just classic cave behavior, being low, right? Raphael just starts knocking on the ground. Yep, nope.
You see, Ott is just kind of looks at all of you and he goes, a dragon, do y'all have some sort of like magical poofery you can do that will like take you to where it's gonna be or something? Or do you need help navigating the underground or?
Yeah. Do you know of like a cave mouth, or should we just start kind of digging stuff up here? What's your
yeah. A lot. You're giving me a headache. I'm a dwarf, okay? Can they be just like, just take me to a cave mouth? That's just like if I just say to you, could you just take me to the river? Oh, which river, man? And then are you going up or are you going down? Or who controls it? What?
It's a great question. I'm going to throw over to Vandalin to clarify what we were talking about.
Yes.
Again, it's been a crazy half hour for me. So,
yes, Wisteria.
I don't want to. I don't know if it'll work or anything, but I do have teleport.
I mean, because Raphael saw it, you would be able to I'm still talking like Ott. Teleport. I'm like, teleport. Teleport with a minimal chance of inaccuracy.
Perfect.
Is that should I do it?
Yes, you've learned so quickly.
Do I have to use earwax in some way for it?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
I can donate some if
and
you
it
begging
seems,
you.
seems helpful.
And Wisteria, just as an aside, I know that Vandalin's an excellent wizard, but you don't have to do all the earwax things. You can do other things too. You can.
Well, but isn't that kind of the point of a mentor?
I mean, if that is what you choose, but I'm just saying that the earwax is you don't need to use that much of your bodily fluid.
Okay.
Or
I'm gonna try and do it the regular way that I know, and maybe I'll experiment with earwax later in a safer setting.
I'm just if we make any more earwax, I'm pretty sure Rapture might pass away.
Yes.
Before this happens, Wisteria, I need both Strix and Little Red to roll a d20 for me.
Oh, no.
please.
That was almost a nat 20. 14.
Oh my gosh, I got a 14 too.
Hey, twins.
Well, because I was gonna have you all roll, because there's a DM's choice draw from the deck of many
Whoa.
things. And
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
let fate decide. But now we're gonna let chat decide. So
Oh no.
if you want Little Red to have the deck of mini draw, give me a 1. If you want Strix to have the deck of mini draw,
Oh,
give
no.
me a 2. I appreciate there's no way to know if they mean this is a positive or a negative, to tell you the truth. They're just like, I just want to see her do it. So 1 for Little Red, 2 for Strix. We'll give it a couple seconds here.
It's mostly just bad cards left, I think, right?
Yeah.
We got
Most of the best
all
ones
good
are
ones,
kind
yeah.
of gone, actually.
I love bad cards.
There's from bad to catastrophic are the ones that are left, honestly, to tell you the truth.
The one that
I
switches
still don't
a
know
line.
which one I drew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. No,
I'm
we
very
got
nervous.
2. We got 2 pending. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also over 5,000 now. Thank
Hey,
you,
we're
Chad.
over 5,000! Yay! Congratulations. All right, what's it looking like? 1 for Little Red or 2 for Strix?
I think I'm being punished.
or rewarded. Okay.
Normal.
All right. Say when, Little Red.
When?
No, yeah, I dropped that one. That's the one I'm gonna give you. That's the
Ooh,
one
fate.
decided.
I like it.
Yep. You know what? This is actually fantastic because I dropped it and we said fate was going to decide. It is the fate card.
Ooh.
Oh,
So fate
spooky.
doubly decided. Fate allows you to avoid any situation that you choose once. Which I seem to recall you
I
used
think
this
I
to
got
like
this
rather,
to win the game last
Yeah, you kind of did use it to win the game last time. That is true. I really had set up this like wah thing, and you were like, "Be real rough if that didn't happen." Yeah. So there you go.
Again.
You have
I'll
the
just
fate
hold on
card.
to that.
Avoid any situation you choose once. And with that, I'm actually going to let your teleportation happen, Wisteria. Hang on, give me 1 second here. Need to ask you a quick question. Do you consent to having your face melted? Also, I typed that very terribly because I was trying to type quickly. So, Wisteria. Teleport goes off. You hear Ott as the light glows around you, and he says, I just remember one very important thing. Make sure you don't, and teleport.
Ow.
Oh.
You all appear in a dark cavern. But it is not the cavern that you notice immediately, Rathiel. I mean, the rock is similar, but it's not the same place. And you all see what looks like an elvish woman wearing a white gossamer dress, just like sitting on a rock eating an apple. And you appear. She goes, "Oh, hey."
Hello.
Are you
Well,
Charisma? Hi.
How'd you know that?
Oh,
I did it.
Yay!
No, because there's a whole thing I do. You know what I mean? Like, look at me, right? And then
It's kind of
like,
it's classic dragon stuff. It's just
right, we
it's
just
classic
like
dragon
talk,
stuff.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forget who I am.
Because where did you even kind of get an apple out here?
I know. There's no
Yeah,
apple
like-
vendors or
Yeah.
But you are the cutest little yuan tea I've ever seen. Oh my goodness! Could I have a hug? I mean, consent is important. Could I just please? Could I just please?
You know what? Yes. Come here. Come close.
You know what? Hang on, wait. I'm gonna help you. And she touches you on the head, and you grow back to full size.
And I think I'm in the middle of summoning a shadow blade as I become big. just a blade of pure gloom.
She's like, what? Hey, whoa!
This? Oh, I think this just happens when I'm.
Come on, time.
A toothpick. It's a toothpick.
Do we just have to go just straight to violence? Like, come on. You already skipped through half of my thing of being like, give me something.
I figure we can fast forward through the back and forth, where we ask for the goldfish, you say no, we say please, you say absolutely not, and then we end up killing you. So
excuse me, joke's on you. You can have the fish back. How about that?
It's perfect. That's
great.
You're so lucky today.
Yeah, aren't sapphire? Aren't these ones like good? Aren't these a good aligned dragon? I'm like,
we have a certain level of flexibility.
All right.
Is there did the goldfish just sort of hop in its tank here, or were you the one that took the goldfish? What was the situation goldfish wise?
I'm not the kind that likes to get my own hands dirty, you know. I paid some people to take the fish for me, which they did. I have it. It's over there. It is guarded. True story. I kind of can't turn the security system off, so you guys kind of got to deal with that yourself. That's why I'm over here. I just wanted to cause some chaos. What can I say? I'm bored.
Okay. Okay.
You know what? I respect that.
It's very honest. Yeah.
I mean, who hasn't raised a village to the ground because of boredom, right? I mean, we're all
right.
I actually like peace and just tending maybe to chickens and making pies, but you know.
Wait, but I mean, if you're making pies out of chickens, that's not very peaceful,
not out of the chickens, never.
Wait,
never? Not even like a chicken pot pie ever?
No, we don't serve those in the shop.
You are missing out if you haven't had a chicken pot pie. Also, you are adorable too. Look at your nice dress. I like this. I like this dress. What's your name? And she's pointing at you, Wisteria.
Oh, thanks. My name's Wisteria Skitterquick Appledackle.
Oh my gosh. We just got a $5,000 donation.
What? That's insane.
Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. Chat. First of all, thank you to whoever that was. Thank you so very much. You really are going to help hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. So thank you so very much. Second, chat, we're about to go to break. And some stuff was about to happen. And I was going to set up the stuff and be like, never going to go to break. So here's what I want to do. First of all, production overlords, I don't know if you can hear me. Is it possible to get a Twitch poll? Char, I don't know actually if he can hear me or if they can hear me.
I don't think I can do it, but I think Hero Forge can do it for us.
Can somebody do a poll?
They're doing it.
Do a poll?
They said yes.
Right, so here's the poll. I didn't know if it was still Kelly. Sorry, Kelly. Okay, so here's what I'd like the poll. We're going to take a real short break because we haven't started fighting yet. We're only going to take like a 5-minute break, okay? Poll. I only need 2 questions. Do you want what's about to happen be better or what's about to happen be worse? That's all I need to know. Better or worse, okay? And again, just like 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere because that was huge. And so now something huge has to happen, okay? So, real quick. 5-minute break. We're going to go run, use the restroom, get something to drink, do all that business. We're going to find out if you want to be better or worse, and we're going to come back and find out what's going to happen next. Thank you all so very much. What does that put us at right now, by the way?
We're at over $10,000. $10,819.
We literally went over 9,000. Yes! So, there you go. 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. And then we're going to start munching some faces. Okay, thank you all. All right, we'll see you in a minute. And we are back. 2 little pieces of housekeeping before we get started here. There's only one person who hasn't had a draw from the deck of mini yet, and that is Strix. Strix is feeling very left out. I'm just saying. If you've seen the adorable mishap with the subtitles there, Strix has been talking to their emotional support chicken. and that's why we need this to bring balance to the scales. Speaking of balancing the scales, what was the result of that poll there on the better or worse?
What do you think, B.Dave?
It's supposed to be a happy occasion. I know what I would like it to be, but I put it to the people. I'm hoping they said worse.
They did.
They said worse. Good. Perfect.
Sorry, I thought that was clear.
Usually chat doesn't let me down, but they get these like occasional bursts of sentiment where I'm like, perfect. That's okay. We're just going to make the stat blocks chunkier. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So back in this cave, before we went to break, as we were astonished by the generosity of an anonymous person. Again, thank you so very much, whoever you are, or you collectively, the royal you. Charisma, which you had revealed to you through some astonishing rolls earlier, is in fact a sapphire great worm that just looks like an elvish woman right now. Was told you the fish is right over there, but I can't deactivate the security to go get it. So, and she's like, so, heroes, if you want to do your thing, first of all, Rapture. I'm just saying, Rapture. Just can I just
yes. Oh, okay.
Look,
yes.
look. I'm not trying to like hero explain to you, But I mean, just being somebody like, haha, I brought you here, and you're just like, it's like, I mean, like we work hard.
That was such a misunderstanding. Let me just clear that. I'm not a hero.
That makes a lot more sense. Anyhow, I'll just be here, and Goldfish, and thank you all for stopping by. Please tell people.
Welcome.
Wait. Don't tell people that it was Charisma, the Sapphire Great Worm down here. Or if you do, just like, don't say I look like this, because I mean, I like this face. I have to work real hard to have another face.
How should we say that you look like then?
Oh, great and terrible. Beautiful. Beautiful's cool too,
Great, terrible, beautiful. Got
right.
it.
What about spooky?
Yeah. Well, I mean, but you guys are great and terrible and spooky. I mean, well, hang on. Okay, wait. We like workshop some things, and right in front of you, she turns into like a bugbear. She's like, "How about this? Too long? Arms too long?
It's a little furry.
Luxurious.
Right. Not into
Too
that.
average.
Okay. Right. And then she turns into a drow. She's like, Look at this. I'm
always spooky.
Now that's handsome.
Better.
Always spooky.
That's handsome.
Could use more earwax.
Oh.
His sort of his thing. Sort of
she
his
turns
thing.
back into an elven woman, and she's like, "I'm not here to kink shame." Great. So I just wanna. And then maybe, I mean, I heard a lot about mucus earlier and mucus sacs, and now there's earworms, and there you go.
Wizards always have a brand, I think. So that's his brand is just
right.
earwax. Sorcerers, on the other hand, are just mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit on the rock. I'm gonna eat my apple. We're gonna do our thing. Just real quick, Strix. Real quick. I don't know if you know this, but did you know your soul is missing?
Oh, that's fine. I wouldn't worry about it. It's happened before. I'll get it back. If you know anyone that can help me with that, maybe
It's happened before.
Oh yeah, at least once.
Vandalin could wish it back for you.
I think
That is true.
Is that how that works?
Would you like it back?
No, this is. I would like it back. I would like it back, but I think that might cause us more problems than we have to deal with right now. That spell
sure?
usually.
I don't wish to wish for you without your consent.
No, don't use that spell. That spell's
consent
usually
is sexy. We do. That is, it's. I actually checked with the fish before I took it out of there. So it's.
And you did ask for permission to hug me, which I appreciated.
No,
really?
this is.
You did. I just like the record to show you did not ask for permission before you were going to be like. Just
you know what? I'll keep that in advisement the next time I try to kill someone.
Just saying. I can accept that people may not consent to getting smoten or whatever the thing you were going to do is, but it's you all should probably move along. I don't. There's no food in the fish bowl.
Thank you. Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
There's no food in the fish bowl, and Strix starts running.
I'm gonna be right here. I'm just here chilling. Okay. And
There's no food in the fish bowl. I wish there was.
Do you really wish that there was fish in the fish bowl?
Yeah, I think Vandal, without thinking, it's like he has a real soft spot for animals. He says, "Well, I wish there was."
Oh yeah, Strix is worried about the fish now. It's not
An
the fish's
appropriate
fault.
amount of food for the fish.
Is you? Oh, he did not clarify the right
normal amount.
Or the kind of
That's
food.
too late. You already spoke the word. Okay, so
I shake Vandalin.
You wished for the food.
look in the room. You do see a fishbowl sitting on a rock, and immediately just this buffet starts to come pouring out of it. You see the fish flopping on top of it as it is just shooting up into the air. And as
I told you.
See this,
I told you.
the fish gasping for air as it like this mountain of food begins to extend up over it. You see a pair of red eyes open and look down at you, and you hear, "This fish is under my protection. You are not allowed here. Destruction commencing immediately." As the biggest construct you have ever seen in your life, a Warforged Colossus has two cannons rotate over its back and point down at you. Everybody roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
From the next room, Sapphire says, "I told you I couldn't turn it off. Sorry."
I'm going to use my advantage.
Makes sense.
Yep. Feel free to.
Nat 20, baby.
Remember, you have a D12 Wisteria. You have a D12 you can use.
Yes, I have set it aside for the right moment.
For a dramatically appropriate moment. Hang on, let me get a
I've only rolled like 3 times.
I'm
All
also
right,
gonna
hold on.
use.
That was the nat 20 for Little Red.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I got a 13. I had to use my advantage to get that. So
13 for Raphael. Okay.
I also had to use advantage to get a 14.
Okay.
not the most dexterous crew.
No.
I appreciate
I got a-
that you guys are giving the bad guys a chance here.
I got a 24.
Sorry, that was a 14 from Rapture, I heard? Was that
14 for Rapture.
Okay,
Oh,
that
yes,
was a
yes.
24 for Ray Vandalin.
Yep.
Spry old man. All right. And Wisteria.
It's the earwax, I'm telling you.
I got a 13.
Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Strix.
I also used my advantage and got an 11.
All right, perfect. Y'all might want to send some more advantages along for them. Vandalin, technically you got the higher number, but a nat 20 trumps all. So Little Red, again, you see this towering construct that like rotates these guns over to point down at you, and it is your turn.
Little Red starts to vibrate, and immediately whoosh, their arms begin to elongate, and a snout emerges from her face as she's going to activate Form of the Beast Bite. So a large wolf-like snout comes out. Her eyes flash yellow. And as this is happening, I'm going to bonus action Rage and let out a "Ow!" and get down on all fours and dash off to the side using 30 feet of movement.
I'm going to say that Silgar is flopping on top of this mound of food that is currently 20 feet in the air and continuing to grow.
Oh my god.
Of just everything you could think of. Strix, there is a disturbingly high amount of chicken legs in the pile. As it is expanding here.
Strix and Holly reacting at the same time.
As you do this, Red, you see over in the next hallway, Charisma sort of like leans over and kind of like, did she just turn to a wolf? Like, what? Okay, anything else, Little Red?
That's it for me.
Perfect. Vandalin.
Vandalin is going to say,
Come, Tallywhack, there's work to be done.
and with his wax grease joints, heroically leap atop his Pegasus, who rears back, and he looks at this ever-growing pile of food. He looks back at his new mentee, who I think, similar to his last mentee, he realizes really doesn't need him. They only think they need him, and he thinks to himself,
I wish Gregory was here.
and then he goes, "Oh, as he accidentally casts his second wish with his action.
You see, first of all, I'm going to show with you all an image of what this thing looks like here. That unfortunately I'm not going to show you, chat, because it's not my image, but in my mind, this is what it looks like, just for your own edification. You see...
Whoa!
Yeah. Yes.
No, thank you.
And those guns rotate downward. You see, all of you see the same man that you saw from the programmed illusion appears, and he's like, yes, and then after I rescued Vandalin the 4th time, after that But Vandalin? Who did? In Rapture, he looks at you. Who are you? Because you drew the night card.
Okay.
Have Jeffrey's undying dedication now. And he looks and he's like, Vandalin, yes. We'll talk more later. But you are a spectacle of ferocity and beauty, all combined into one. A scaled vision of perfection that my heart has been longing for, and most importantly, you don't have earwax.
Oh no, I surgically removed it years ago. But no, please stop. Don't. But don't actually. Keep going.
Vandalin, how does Vandalin react to Gregory both appearing and immediately pledging his heart to Rapture?
He had started to hold out both of his hands and then just sort of froze with this look of horror as his face just sank. His arms sank to his side. And he's just, I think for him it's like the full like dolly zoom. It's just like, his worst fear has come true. And I think he climbs off of Tallywhack and curls up in the fetal position underneath his steed, and then just lets out a shuddering sigh. And
you
then
do see Tallywhack does just sort of like put a wing around you and is like,
I have to say, I did not see this one coming.
now I need all of you to make a wisdom save.
If you're all within 10 feet of me, and I assume we have another paladin too, you get a +5 to that save.
Is this against magic?
It is a fear effect. Does your aura negate fear? Are you high enough that your aura negates fear, or just the bonus?
I think it's just the bonus.
Okay, perfect. Okay, wisdom saves.
That's a 16 for Little Red.
16.
Got it. Sorry.
I was just gonna say with the +5, that makes it a 22.
22.
Yeah.
I got a natural 20, so it makes it a 37 with
Whoa.
the bonus.
Oh!
You are a very hardy gnome, honestly. Yep. Raphael?
I got a 20, but then with the aura, 23 plus Rapture's aura. So like 26.
26 or 28? Either way.
Rapture, are you +5?
Yes, +5 to everyone.
Okay, so 28, yeah.
Perfect.
Sorry, I did bad math. Mine is 32, but that's probably still fine.
Oh, is that all? In that case, you fail. Right, yeah. No, Strix, what was that?
16.
The DC was 26. So although the natural 20 gets you through, this thing just starts to vibrate in just fear grips you as you all gain the frightened condition, again not counting any of your numerous mitigations. If you are afraid, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while you can see it, and you cannot willingly move closer to it. And that giant...
Is this a spell?
No, fear effect.
Okay.
Just being around. And then those cannons go off. I need dex saves from everybody, and again that is a disadvantage if you just fail that. Actually, not for your save. Your save is not a disadvantage.
Okay, good.
Sorry.
I just realized I have a special magic item staff that actually makes me immune to being frightened.
Hey!
Oh, then you're fine. Wisteria, as you see most of your friends kind of hesitating and buckling, even as Raphael manages to stand firm, but you can see he's at least considering his life options. What does Wisteria look like when you're just fine from this?
Probably just like she is really glad that she's fine and is like, oh no, what a shame. Oh, thank God. Like,
although dex saves as the cannon erupts with an incinerating beam.
18 from Rapture for the dex save.
18.
I got 17.
Plus, with the +5 from Rapture, that's 28 for me. I rolled a 19.
28, very spry. Yep, Wisteria.
I used my inspiration and still only got a 15.
Perfect. Little Red.
Same, but a 14.
The save was a 26.
Oh, God.
I didn't say mine. I rolled. I'd like to thank these Black Lives Matter dice. This is the best I have ever rolled. I got a natural 18 with my modifier and the +5. That is a 31.
Nice.
Perfect. If you did not make the save, that is 60 radiant damage.
God.
It is 30 if you did make the save. And you notice as this cannon goes off, it's just punching holes through the ground and the walls. It's like disintegrating everything. Like it burrows through a bunch of the food and the fish kind of falls back, flopping a little bit some more. And right after that, another draw from Murph. So
no.
They're like, you've never drawn from the deck? Draw 20 of them.
I maintain Strix is still hanging, y'all. Strix is still hanging.
Yeah, you don't want me to not be punished.
Say when, Murph.
Stop.
Cut or no cut?
No cut.
All right. We will come back to that one.
Okay.
For Rathiel. Perfect. Excellent. Having just shot that was the end of the creature's turn. Rapture, it is your turn.
Would something like this, like a Dispel Magic, which dispels magical effects, be able to end the fear effect?
You want to cash in one of them natural 20s? I'll let you have it.
I will. I don't know if I have one, actually. So, chat, if you want to donate for me, or if I can steal one from someone.
Because otherwise, you can't get close enough to start smacking on it. That is true.
I'll give you mine. You can have mine. I have one.
You got one, Connie. You just got one.
Great. Okay. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Then I will use that to dispel magic on myself. I got to be able to hit this thing. Perfect. I'm going to quicken spell that, so that's a bonus action, so I still have an action. So there's a moment where Rapture, like, freezes, like...
You know what, Rapture? You know what, Rapture? I still want to hear this, but I'm still going to let you have that natural 20, because that's a rule of cool. Rule of cool. Rule of cool. This is charity. It's fine.
Okay, awesome. Yes. Then there's a moment where Rapture sees this massive Warforged Colossus, like, kind of like pauses, quivers in its shadow, and there's almost like an image flashes across their face of them as like a child, as like a baby little Grantee with a huge monster looming like before them, before like a huge claw slashes down, and on that claw slash, the scene switches and they're back to being an adult. But then they close their eyes, shake their head, and they go, think of the screams of the innocent. Think of the screams of the innocent. Think of the screams of the innocent. And like that fear breaks off of them. They still have their shadow blade drawn. They use half their movement to get onto their steed, who lets out a and tries to like look cool in front of the Pegasus. They go, yeah, let's go, Blight. Let's make this thing regret ever making us remember what it was like to be powerless, and rush forward on their warhorse. And I'm going to try to attack this thing's ankles, I guess. I guess that's the closest I can hit it. So Perfect. That is going to be an attack.
Yeah, they're like they're like the size of buildings, just its legs there as it's standing. Vandalin, is Tallywhack into Blight at all? Like, is this working? Like, is this Tallywhack's thing?
From the first time that Connie described Blight trying to get Tallywhack's attention, I was hoping that I could roll for Tallywhack to see if they're into it.
Please do roll. And yes, in the meantime, Rapture, please continue.
Yes. Would a 23 hit?
23 will hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna just use a dice roller because that's faster than rolling physical dice. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be 26 psychic plus 5. 31 plus my 2 dueling bonus, that's 33. And I'm gonna divine smite as well at 4th level.
Yes.
For an additional 5d8.
Please do.
So let's see what that is. 2, 3, 4, 5.
If you
That's
want to,
33.
Does Connie have two? Does Connie have 2 nat 20s?
I would just
Yeah,
like to say, if
I
you
know.
want to cash in those 20s, it does double smite damage as well.
I will do that. So I will just roll everything double after this. So the first one before the double is going to be 33 plus 14, whatever that is, if someone can do math.
That's
What is that,
47.
47?
So
Okay.
then double that. Okay.
47. I'm also going to activate my Blood Fury tattoo. So my tattoos glow, and that is an additional 4d6 necrotic damage.
Please
So
do.
that is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to save you some
that
trouble.
is-
It's immune to necrotic. That's just we'll keep the math. Keep
Okay,
the
that's
math.
okay.
It's all the eruption is going off. It's not all good up
This is
from
a
the necrotic.
question for you, B.Dave. I
like where
regain
this is
hit
headed.
points equal to the amount of necrotic damage I deal. If it's immune, do I not regain
You
those hit points?
don't, because technically
Okay.
it doesn't get hurt.
It is all good. So that is my first before my nat 20 crit. So that's what, 47 before. So I'm gonna
Yep.
also roll double dice now. So
Right.
that's gonna be 5d8 again for the base. 2, 3, 4, 5.
So that's
That
gonna
is
be
gonna be
94 plus. Got it. Okay, got it.
16. Plus the divine smite, which is going to be another 5d8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the total of that second one is 55. So
Okay.
55 plus 47
55 plus 47. Perfect.
for my
Right.
first attack.
Oh my
and
god.
I have an extra attack whenever I
Please
take the
do.
attack action. So I'm
Yes,
going to
please
roll
do.
for that again. So 23 had hit. Ooh, that's a
Okay.
natural 19 plus 11. I assume that hits.
More than enough. While we're doing math, we broke 11K. Thank you all so much. So yeah. I remember way back when in the Halcyon days, the first time we did 8,500 and we were like shocked and astonished. And it's still a beautiful thing, but I've come to expect the kindness and generosity of you all. So thank you all so very much. Yeah. Okay. Please continue.
You're all good. The total for the second attack is going to be 58. Of that, 51 is psychic, and the other is radiant. Or something like that. There's psychic and radiant. If they're not resisted, it doesn't matter. So
Perfect.
58 total for my second attack.
Perfect. You just smash into this thing and you see the metal bending and breaking and it just like rotates its head down and looks at you and you absolutely have its attention, Rapture. Anything else?
Oh god. No, I am going to stay there because I don't want to get an opportunity attack against me. But I'm letting out a ha-ha for blood and glory. And I'm slashing at its ankle.
Perfect. Technically, Raphael and Wisteria act simultaneously, but who's got the higher dexterity?
I have a 15 dex.
Raphael?
Oh, sorry. So bad. Minus. I have a 12.
Then Wisteria, you would go first. Although technically this is at the same time. As you've watched Rapture fly up and engage this thing, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to look back at Vandalin first and say, he doesn't deserve you. And then about Gregory. And then
And he says, no, I don't at all. Looking at Rapture.
Do I get to command Gregory? Like, because I want this dude to attack too and help us. Just throw that out there.
I mean, he's level 4, but yes, he will try. He will do his best. Although he rolled a natural 20 in his attack, so yeah, he absolutely is like, yes, onward to Rapture. And he does that clang into its foot, and it does bend the metal. Yeah, I'm heartened, inspired by such a glorious foot. Oh, that's awkward. Vandalin can hear me. He can hear me. Okay, right. All right, but sorry, Wisteria, it is your turn. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna, I want to run up to where the mountain of growing food is raising the fish towards the ceiling. And I if it's still below 30 feet in height, then I would like to use shape water to take the water that was in the bowl and like make it in a little water sphere around the fish.
Yeah! Yes! Absolutely do. And you see it's like fish eyes are looking around.
Perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not sure like how much I know this is a cantrip, so I don't want to do anything like too crazy with it, but I just want to save the fish from death. That's my top priority.
That's what I was going to do too. I was like,
I will let you, with just the cantrip, I will let you shape the water globe, but it is still up on this mountain that is moving away from you.
All right, great. Actually, so wait, I'm sorry. I always mess this up, but wait, okay. So
it's level 20. A lot's happening. It's no problem.
So if I cast any spell as a bonus action, I can also cast a cantrip with my action, right?
It's not that. It's that you can cast a cantrip and a leveled spell in the same round.
But only if the leveled spell is not also an action, right? Is a bonus action?
I mean, I've never played it that way. It's action or bonus action. It's fine. It's just no more than one leveled spell or one cantrip, unless you're like quickening or doing that like Meshuggah. But this is charity, so I'm going to say the thing you want to do, you can do it. So let's.
I was thinking about maybe trying to do. Like, oh my God, there are so many spells. I can't find anything that I want.
You got a couple of them. That is true. Yep. Also, Raphael, you're on deck.
Great. I was thinking about trying to use Misty Step to teleport up to where the fish is.
I'll give you that.
Because that is a bonus action spell.
That would work. I mean, even like by the book, that would work. That's that requires no generosity on my part. That's literally how that works.
Then I will do that. I will cast Misty Step to teleport to the top of the food stack.
In this glowing sphere of sphere of water that is just holding there with this fish trying desperately to like regain its composure. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yep. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Perfect. Raphael, it is your turn.
Great. So Raphael is going to cast what was formerly when he was Oath of Vengeance, but now that he's changed, used to be Banishing Smite. Now it's just politely asking you to leave Smite. So he looks at the giant Warforged and goes, "You're being very rude right now." And casts that as a bonus action, and then is going to take 2 attacks to try to have the effects of the banishing thing take place. So first attack is with the extra. Yes.
Give me a perception check, Raphael.
Okay, that's fine. I've got a -1 to that. Let's see. It's just Raphael's tunnel vision. 12.
No, this all seems legit. Yeah,
this seems great. All right, cool. We're good. I just keep giving a thumbs up to everybody. I've got this. Sweet. I run up and my first attack is a 25 to hit.
More than enough.
Great. Then
are you going to cash in one of your 20s to make this chunky with this?
Yeah, why not? And also, I've confirmed with my perception check that everything's fine. So yeah, I'm plowing forward. Yeah. We'll do a nat 20. So then.
So if you're gonna smite, all this business will all be doubled.
Great. So I'm gonna do the banishing smite, which was a bonus action. So I'll cast that. Give me. Oh boy. Okay, hang on. So that's gonna be with a.
So do you intend to full force smite?
I'm going to full force smite. So I'm gonna.
This would be an extra 10d10 and
so
an
10d10
10d8.
So I don't have my other 5th level because I used it to scry, so I have to go 1 level down.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that? So that would normally be. Is that 5d8?
What
to do?
I think it's 4. It would be 4 if you. Well, no.
Isn't it 1 past the level? Yeah.
Still get you 5d8 on a 4th level.
Okay, great. So it is.
Again,
so it is
level 20. A lot's happening, y'all. We're sorry.
A lot of stuff. Okay. Yep. Great. Okay. I'm just gonna give you the total here. So then the d6s are doubled. Let me roll that real quick. Okay. 18, 108, 121 damage.
Paladin gang, let's go.
Please.
Chat.
God.
Chat.
I'm scared.
Again, should I be nice or not nice?
Oh no.
Put a 1 in chat for nice. Put a 2 in chat for not nice.
Oh no.
1 for nice, 2 for not nice.
Wonder what everyone should put.
We'll just give it a second. Just give it a second here.
You were not nice last time, chat, so maybe you could just make up for it.
I think ones are winning so far.
Yeah, I see a lot of ones.
I'm gonna let you guys ponder this for a second because it's important. Strix, while this is happening here, what is Strix going to do?
Oh gosh. I was gonna save the fish. Really glad the fish is okay. Make eye contact with Wisteria. Like, yes, big hats. Thank you for saving. Yes, I'm like, put the fish in the hat. Like, it's like it's a useful tool. Very thankful the fish is okay. So I'm just gonna try and do some damage.
Hang on 1 second. I believe I made a mistake here. Raphael, you have 2 attacks, do you not?
I do.
Oh no!
Make the other attack. Sorry.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
I forgot myself in appealing to the masses here.
I'm not going to do that much damage, so it's okay.
The other one's a 22.
22 to hit?
Yes.
A 22 is not enough.
Yikes.
I believe you have an advantage or something around there, do you not?
Where do we see if we do?
We're going, hang on. Oh no, Murph does not. Does someone?
Everyone was giving you deck of many.
That's true.
Until they just saved me, until everyone was nice and voted 1. But
I'm going to
before
drop
that,
the pool in there. Jeremy in particular has quite a few advantages. If you'd like to donate an advantage to your friend Raphael here,
I would happily donate one. Yes, you can take one of mine.
Please do. Again, it's charity.
Okay. I got to.
Yes.
Now I'm really hoping I roll good because I don't want to waste it. Ooh, okay. All right. Nat 18, that's like a 31. Yeah.
That is enough. It's like you hit and your blade kind of sticks in the middle and you sort of twist to get into one of the cracks there. Absolutely. Yes,
sweet.
continue.
And then I'll do another 4th level smite.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and get that stuff up.
What was the verdict on the nice or not nice?
It's
there?
nice. It's nice.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. That's 28. Hang on, rolling my damage. 41 damage with a 4th level smite.
Okay, so Chad. Contrary to what you might have heard, I'm not a monster, okay? I don't do things to people to make them suffer. The dice do things. The cards do things. I am a humble agent of chance and consequence. However, since you said you wanted this to work well, the initial attack would not have been enough to banish the creature off of this plane of existence. But if I allowed it to apply to the second attack... It is. So you tell me, Raphael, what does it look like as you smite this thing off the prime material plane?
I think Raphael normally would like send somebody to hell or something, but now that he's a paladin of joy, and in his yellow polo, just creates a door to like just a nice, a different cave.
I think it would be better if you found a different area in which to hang out where you couldn't hurt any goldfish, or maybe even got your own goldfish from like a goldfish store or something, like a PetSmart.
Does not compute. I only exist to protect this exact space, and it's just gone. And you see Charisma looks over from the other side, and she goes, That wasn't even like 6 seconds. Like, how did you, what?
Wow. I think technically it comes back after like a minute. I have to just concentrate on it and then it comes back. So if you guys want to you guys want to just like grab a Gatorade or something just in the middle of the fight.
I mean, or you could probably just take
it and run.
Oh, right. We don't have to. We don't necessarily have to kill this thing. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Vengeance brain. Vengeance brain.
Right. Just fish in the hat. Yeah. Okay.
Fish in the hat.
So yeah, you guys go. You can tell Xanathar that I said this, and I'm just kind of gonna. I'm gonna just stay here and do my thing then, right? Cool. Great.
This is surprisingly easy.
Yeah.
I had a little bit more bloodlust left, but
I didn't even get to cast a spell.
You should get better security, really.
It's I spent significant gold on that thing. It's from a place called Eberron. Don't know if you heard of it. They had this like huge war, went really poorly, but those
Looks
things,
like it.
they were just anyway, yeah, you
This does feel like a little bit of a letdown. I wish that it had been more substantial.
okay.
Maybe
ow.
2. Maybe
Okay.
2 next time.
Okay, all right. So the next time I have access to unthinkable mystical might from another plane of existence, I'll bring 2 of them. Okay, sure.
I would like to point of order.
This is fine. This
I
is
would like to
perfect.
point of order the words that I just said, because I currently have, or I had 2 wishes remaining. And I did just say I wish that the challenge had been more substantial.
Oh my god.
I'll make a note. Yeah. Duly noted. Duly noted.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah.
I marked
Charisma
off
just
a
says,
wish real quick.
Charisma does just say, okay, cool. All right, fine. You can go. Whatever. Like, I didn't think it was going to be like way like more exciting than that either. Like, I mean, you live as long as I do. There's like not a lot of things to like corner and get your scales bristling, but I mean, whatever. Fine. Take the fish back. Whatever. Xanathars are stupid anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. What even is he paying you? Because I bet I could pay more.
I think he just said he wasn't going to kill us. So nothing.
Our heart's desire.
Our heart's
Oh, right.
Yes.
I could probably give you that. I think it depends on what you
No.
want, really. Like
It's interesting.
yeah, I mean, like I like a lot of money. Like I could do that, you know.
Can you reincarnate my grandmother?
Oh.
That's actually not as hard as you'd think it is.
That's
you
that's
do
Real heavy.
true. That well, I mean, wait, Strix, hang on, I'm the.
I mean, I can do that.
Oh, I mean, come on, Strix.
I'm just saying it's not as hard as you think it is. Like the heart, the amorphous heart's desire.
Strix could reincarnate your grandmother so that I don't have to. That's fine. You know what? You know, it's weird now. It's weird. You guys made it weird. You can.
It's getting kind of weird.
Yeah, fine. You can just go. You can.
All right.
Fine. Okay.
Okay, bye.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
It was nice meeting you.
Bye.
Yeah,
This is my
yeah,
sending stone
sure.
number if you wanted to show up as the drow.
It's-
This is my summer
oh.
mansion.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'll remember the sending stone. Cool. Like you can help me like workship which forms are like the most
Oh, yeah, we
limber.
can
You know.
workshop. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're so funny.
Sorry. I'm busy being menacing. Fine. Okay. Sure. Okay. Bye, you guys. We'll see
Should
you
I-
next time.
Should I teleport us again? I got one more.
That would be
yeah.
Oh yes.
Please.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be great. I don't know where we are, so that'd be awesome.
Cross,
I can
Cross
only
your
plane
fingers.
shift.
Is
Cause
you
more problems.
gather around Wisteria, you back in that room again, and Ott's like, well, you lot have been gone like 5 minutes. How do you all of it back? Do you have the fish in your possession?
it's in this hat.
You put the fish in the hat.
Well, we didn't have the foresight to bring the bowl with us.
Hey, but you got them back at least. And he turns and he looks, and there is a fish swimming around in there. Now, we do have one last unresolved order of business here, which is how does, in fact, Tallywhack feel about Blight and the whole thing Blight is doing here?
Yes, I rolled a 15. So as far as I'm concerned, it is on like Donkey Kong. Tallywhack is super into what Blight is putting down.
You see, Gregory does like lean over to Tallywhack and is like, Ryan, maybe we could double date. And Tallywhack immediately hits Gregory with a wing. You know, like he knows what Gregory has put you through, Vandalin. Hang on, let me just check something real quick here. I'm like, can Pegasus talk? I don't know if they can understand. Yeah, they can understand, but they can't.
Yeah, they can.
Okay.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can understand a bunch of languages.
They can understand, but they can't speak. Okay, all right, that's important because I was like, yeah, Gregory might be about to get told off here, you know. Perfect. Yeah. So as horse flirting is starting here, you hear Ott says, "My lord, they brought it back," and he dumps the fish back into the column, into the great central bowl here, and the door slides open, and you see Xanathar's many eyes are red and ringed with tears here, as a little handkerchief is floating, dabbing at each one of them, and he's like, "It is merely dusty in here. The Xanathar is not emotional. You've already come back. Good. The Xanathar does not need to destroy you all just yet. Let me gaze upon Silgar." And of course you all know it couldn't be that easy.
No.
Because as the Xanathar looks upon the fish, his anti-magic cancels the polymorph that had been cast on it, which none of you thought to check for or talk to the fish in any way.
That makes sense.
And it begins to grow and shift and expand and begin wrecking out of this room as you see a gargantuan creature shatters out of the bold. It is large and brown and covered in spikes with long menacing horns out. Its long claws extend from its hands. Before you stands a terrible creature which some of you have seen before, but the rest of you only know from legend. As the Tarask begins smashing its way out of the Xanathar's guild and up towards a defenseless Waterdeep and roars.
I mean, I'm not mad about the guild, but I am concerned about Waterdeep.
We didn't make even one inside check on that dragon.
I never got to even do anything. I could have.
You know what? I will keep us in initiative, and Strix, it is your turn now. As the Xanathar is like, that is not the our turns, and immediately begins floating away. As the Tarask is about to start rampaging in the merchant district, it is your turn, Strix.
I will be honest that I did trust the dragon too easily, but I've had a long day. So Strix is off her game and it's fine. I am going to go ahead and try to get close to this Tarask.
Yo, you're basically right next to it because it's gargantuan. So
great. Well, my panic reaction is to try and plane shift it. So I'm going to reach a hand out and touch it.
Okay.
And try and plane shift it as quickly as I can. And that's a charisma saving throw of 19.
The Tarask is surprisingly charismatic, oddly enough.
Whoa. That Tarask is hot.
Yeah, exactly. Nice shine on the scales there, as you're like looking at it here. It's like, unfortunately, the Tarask Tarask. It does make the save.
Okay, if it makes the save and I notice that nothing is happening, then I will quicken spell. Oh boy, I will quicken spell and conjure my celestial at 9th level.
Ooh, what does that look like?
It is a spectral chicken, a giant spectral chicken. And it's so it's a green see-through, green flaming see-through chicken with a really vacant expression on its face. And it has the stats of a unicorn.
You see the Tarask immediately rotates and looks at the biggest meal in front of it here. And I truly want you all to know, I had a whole thing in mind of what you were going to see if you tried to talk to the Tarask or read its mind or anything, and nobody tried.
We just trusted them. We was
yeah,
save the fish.
This seems legit, of course. Yeah, we're all good. Everything's fine here.
Everything's fine.
Your spectral chicken definitely, it seems to have the Tarask's attention, though. Anything else from Strix?
I guess the spectral chicken just shares my turn. I think this turn it doesn't have one. Then the next one it'll go. So it's just trying to be a big distraction for the Tarask.
Perfect. At the end of your turn, the Tarask is immediately going to try and chomp on this. All
right.
This chicken.
I have the unicorn stats up too, so if you need any of them.
What is its AC?
1 second. I just had it. Where'd it go? I did have it up and now it's gone.
And that's how I have so many tabs
there it is.
open right now, trust me.
Too many tabs. Okay, the AC is 12.
The Tarask kind of can't miss, honestly.
Yeah, it's not very good.
It immediately bites down on this spectral chicken and lifts its head back like it's going to try and swallow it.
Oh my God.
Immediately on its turn.
Oh my God.
That does, however, bring us back to the top of initiative. I'm gonna just keep us going where we were before. We're Little Red. I'll even let you keep your rage, like the stuff you guys had up. I'll let it keep going.
I'm like, again, my first round is just setting myself up.
It's charity. It's charity.
Once I get the unicorn has a legendary action, so I'm gonna use the spectral chicken's legendary action to create a shimmering magical field around itself within 60 feet. But it can see within, so it'll have a shield, so it has +2 to AC. Not that it really matters. So 12, 13, so it has 14 AC now.
It is now it's a sparkling disco chicken.
Yes. I just wanted to use a legendary action because I never get to.
Perfect. It is glowing in the Taras mouth, and you see its eyes rotate and look at it like as it is trying to swallow this thing. But perfect. But Little Red, it is your turn.
Whew. I am going to, first off, bonus action, expend a spell slot of 5th level to heal myself, because I took quite a bit of damage from that Colossus. Oh, I rolled so poorly. I'm going to use it. Can I use an advantage on that?
Yes, you can. Because I want you to use them all.
Okay.
Yeah, we got just a little bit left, and they're all beat up and have used a lot of their resources and have to fight a showroom new Tarask. So if you want to help them, now is the time.
Ooh, all right.
The Tarask is fine right now. It's all limbered up and spry.
I heal for 24 HP, and I'm going to just on all fours gallop over to that Tarask and let's chomp on its legs with my snout. I'll do 2 attacks here, and I was rolling. I'm rolling when I've got nat 20s. They're both going to be nat 20 as I
was about to say, if not now, when? Yeah.
So that's going to be, please hold, a total of 33 piercing damage.
Your stuff's magical now. You're piercing, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. 33.
And that's it. Oh, no. Plus an additional 10. Sorry. So
10 of what? It's got some
piercing
resistances
again
to this or that. Okay. Perfect.
So that's my bonus action, my action, and I'm gonna that's it for me. I'm done.
Vandalin, you see lots more deck pulls. Oh, okay. I see all the chats coming through here. We'll get through this round of combat and then we'll resolve the deck of many things, because who knows where it's going next, because I know the cards that are left in the deck. Vandalin, you see Gregory has run in front of Rapture and is bravely holding his shield up to protect them. But it is your turn.
I would like to look at Gregory and say, Gregory, is this what you want deep within your heart? To be the vassal, the follower of this incredibly awesome and cool metal being? This ball of excellent scar tissue.
Vandalin, I need you to understand. Serving you was the honor of my life, but you are so great and powerful and dexterous and wise. Tallywhack, so beautiful. You don't need me. They do. I had to find a place where I wasn't just cherished, but valued.
Wow. I feel like we've all learned something here today.
And I just sort of smile around at everyone.
I was having this moment here by its feet. Yeah.
I would also like to look over at Wisteria and say, though we've only known each other for a short time, you've never ceased to impress me with your incredible command of magic and your genuine good heart. I think the only guidance that you need is to believe in yourself. And I would like to use my final wish to say, I wish that Wisteria and Gregory, my 2 apprentices, were completely and totally self-actualized in their most powerful form. And I mean that both emotionally, psychologically, and mechanically.
We'll come back to that. Perfect. Excellent. Excellent. I'll make a note. Yeah, a lot of things are happening. I would be remiss. Now, Shar.
Oh, as a bonus action, I'd just like to have a little eye twinkle and give a bardic inspiration to Rapture.
You don't have to name what those monsters are, but my understanding was the first monster, the multiple monsters were there to help, and the singular monster was there to hinder, correct?
Yes. And then the third was also to hinder.
Oh, there's a third to hinder?
I'll DM you again.
Please do. I mean, I wish you could see the thing scrolling by over here. Again, thanks to all of your generosity. I appreciate that. Oh, geez. You know, let's go ahead and do that now. Why not? Okay, so some stuff happens. Actually, you know what? Hang on a second. Was that it for Vandalin?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
It's the Tarask's turn. Then we'll resolve some of this other stuff that is happening. The Tarask is going to do some Tarask things. First of all, at the end of your turn, the Tarask is going to attempt to swallow the chicken and can only fail on a 1. And I have rolled a 1.
No!
Fate.
Yes! My
Fate
chicken!
has saved the chicken as the Tarask is like trying to swallow this spectral disco chicken. And it's like,
I feel like it's going.
yeah. And he can't quite get it down. So, unfortunately, that was the end of the happy news because the next attack coming down the pipeline is a natural 20. So,
no.
the chicken, the fate giveth and the fate taketh away here. So the Tarask has enough attacks that he basically can send one down range at each of you here. So let's go in the order. That first natural 20, unfortunately, Vandalin.
Oh,
Vandalin.
No.
Is you're having your touching moment here. The Tarask, failing to swallow this chicken, looks down at you with fury in its eyes and just stomps down.
Oh no.
I'm just smiling.
Yeah. Legs completely locked. Just kneecaps explode.
My body is spaghetti.
Yeah, you're just pencil dive into the ground.
No.
64 points of damage of piercing damage, Vandalin. 64.
Oh.
The Tarask basically can't miss unless it rolls a 1. So let's just
piercing damage from my own bones.
It almost doesn't matter what you do. Its attacks have some significant bonuses. So let me just go down the list here. There's no other natural 20s. That's a good thing. Little Red, this is not counting any sort of damage mitigation. Well, I will say, Little Red, that is 14 slashing to you. That is counting your mitigation. 28 points to Strix. 28 points to Rapture.
What's the actual attack against me? Because my AC might be able to tank it. I'm not sure.
38.
Never mind. I could get up to a 29. Never mind. Nope.
Nope. I mean, you may be capable of avoiding other attacks, but not this time.
Okay, that's fine. Then I will not use shield.
Wisteria, you take a tail in the chest, and I need a strength save.
Strength save?
Yeah.
Do I have any? Wait, I think I've used my nat 20 and my advantage.
I think you have used both as well. Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna die. Here we go.
It's not that bad. 'Tis but a scratch.
It's a 17 minus 1, so that's a 16.
That is 24 bludgeoning, and you are knocked prone.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
And who'd I miss? Whoever else I missed, it was 28 points of slashing. I missed somebody. Did everybody get
I did not get hit. I did not get hit yet.
28 points of slashing also. And I need everybody to make a wisdom save.
Yikes.
Is this against magic?
This is another, it's got a different fear effect. The Tarask has its own fear.
I'm immune.
15.
Still good. Yep.
Don't forget the +5 you all get.
Oh,
Okay.
20.
With Rapture's thing, just 19.
Perfect.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Yeah. This is not good, Strix. Okay.
No.
Mm-hmm.
My chicken.
28 for me.
An 8, did you say?
Sorry, 28.
Oh, 28. Perfect. And Rapture, what was that? Sorry.
20 for me.
Perfect.
You have the D12.
What the
yes.
no, you're good with the 20. The Tarask.
Okay.
Oddly, although it is a much higher CR creature, its fear effect is much easier to beat than the Warforged Colossus. Although I guess like a 60-foot robot with cannon arms is like pretty scary. So I believe only Strix failed. It was a 17 is what you needed there. So Strix frightened again.
I'm always scared.
And now a bunch of housekeeping, because as the Tarrasque has ripped up the Xanathar's bar here and ripped up the Xanathar Guild safe house, it has also ripped up the Xanathar Guild menagerie and unleashes hordes of creatures. The first thing it breaks, with the Xanathar being a mucus enthusiast, is the tank of a particularly large and genetically modified gelatinous cube, which pours out over all of your heads, unfortunately. And although this actually might not be so terrible, but let's see how bad we can make it. You hear it reaches out, and you actually can hear in your mind it's talking to you, this white gelatinous cube. And you all hear in your heads it say, if you just stop fighting, it will all be over very quickly. And I'm pretty sure that is going to be enough. Well, Vandalin, what's your AC currently?
My AC is 16.
That is definitely going to be a hit. Here, I'll split it up a different way here. Raphael, your AC?
Also 16.
That is going to be hits on both of you for 22 points of bludgeoning and 9 acid.
Okay.
And you hear bubbling and hissing as your non-magical items begin to get corroded by this thing.
Ooh.
But also, a group of very normal gelatinous cubes also get busted up and begin attacking the Tarrasque as it is stepping in puddles of gelatinous cube. And
they're so normal.
1,000 cranium rats.
Yay, my favorite!
Because of course the Xanathar would have 1,000 cranium rats also come rushing out and running up the Tarrasque and biting and scratching at it, which I will deal with here momentarily. I have no idea how I'm going to mitigate 1,000 cranium rats, but that's what chat wanted. And I also believe we got some deck of mini draws that we've yet to resolve here. Is that correct?
Yes. I think there's one more for Ginny, one more for Jeremy, and one for Strix.
Yay!
These have got to all be bad by now, right? Like,
yeah, seriously.
We hit 12,000!
Oh, God.
Whoa, that's awesome.
Hey, you know what? Because we hit 12,000, and again, I am not a monster, and quite frankly, my dear friend Strix has already suffered at my hand before. I'm going to let you decide. Do you want to draw early where it's more likely that you can get whatever is good still left in this deck? Or do you, like, because it's 1 for you, 2 for Ginny, 2 for Jeremy. That's what's left.
I mean, I'm fine with whatever. I will draw now. Sure. I feel like poor Strix has been through enough.
All right. So.
She doesn't care, but I care.
Say when.
All right, when?
Cut or no cut?
Cut it. But I'm also very bad luck, so it'll probably be bad, just in general.
Strix, full disclosure, it is a bad one.
See, I knew it!
But because we're here among friends and this is charity, I will let you bury this one bad one if you want. But if the next one's worse, you got to roll with it.
Oh, gosh. Fine. If you're giving me the chance, then fine. I might get a more fun bad one.
You know what? I'll make a deal with you. I've buried that one, but if the next one is worse, I will actually go with the first one.
Okay.
Hey, no, the second was good. The second was good.
Yay!
I will ask you about it here in chat momentarily. Actually, Ginny, if you would, can you just ask Strix to tell me the same thing I asked you previously? A lot's happening here. I know.
Yes.
You remember what I'm doing? Thank you.
I do.
Thank you. Although you're the next one to draw. I'm gonna get Jeremy to do it. Jeremy.
No, I'm doing it. It's okay. I'm already.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I sent the message. Done.
Oh,
Check.
I see.
No,
Okay,
I
perfect.
meant you were the next one to draw, and
Okay,
yet I
great.
asked you to do another thing. So here we go. We'll alternate between you and Jeremy because you both got 2 coming down the range here. So, Jeremy, say when.
When.
Cut or no cut?
Cut.
All right. I will make a note of that too. We will resolve that at a dramatically appropriate moment. Perfect. Now one for Ginny. Cut or no cut?
Cut.
All right, hang on a second here. That damage was 22 bludgeoning plus 9 acid was the damage on the gelatinous cube. Perfect. I will also come back to that one. Great.
Oh man.
I have to keep track of who's do what here. Hold on a second. Perfect. Got that. One more for Jeremy. There's not many cards left, as you can see. That's all that's left.
Yeah.
If we get to the end of the deck, I'll shuffle them all back in. Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
All right.
When.
Okay. Cut or no
And
cut?
cut it. Cut it.
All right. Ooh.
Did I just get an ooh?
I think we've had enough ooze for the
No,
session.
no, we're gonna
Yes.
get that. I need you to know, just for everybody who's keeping score, there's 2 unresolved for Jenny, 2 unresolved for Jeremy, 1 unresolved for Murph. All right, last one for Jenny.
This is when.
Cut or no cut?
No cut.
All right. And you have drawn the very best card in the whole deck. Great. Cool.
Best for you or best for me? Oh, no.
Anyway, we'll come back to that as well. Put that right over here. Perfect. Excellent. All right. So, Rapture, it is your turn.
Okay, several things. So while that thing was hitting us, as a reaction, this is before my turn, I would like to activate one of my other Blood Fury Tattoo traits, which is when a creature I can see damages me, I can expend a charge of the Blood Fury Tattoo and use my reaction to make a melee attack against it. I would like to use one of the nat 20s I have on that melee attack reaction. So I pre-rolled dice for this. I would love to just use that Shadow Blade. So that's gonna be the total between the Shadow Blade and another smite. This is combined psychic and radiant damage is 88. Plus 5 for my strength modifier, which is 93, plus 2, which is 95, plus 12 necrotic. Also for my Blood Fury Tattoo, because when I hit a creature with weapon attack, I get to do the thing. I assume this one isn't immune to necrotic damage.
Correct. That
ideally.
Is,
okay.
That is okay. Yep.
So that's 95 plus 12 points of necrotic damage, which I believe is 107. And I'll regain 12 as well. Question for you as a GM, do I also double my Blood Fury Tattoo dice on a nat 20?
I mean, you double all dice, but not the pluses.
Sounds good. Then that is another 107 plus 17. So I believe that is... I don't know what that is. I'm not good at math.
I got it. I got it. I'm calculating here.
Sounds good. So that's whatever, 107 plus 17. I'm also going to regain 17 plus 12 points of damage, and that is before my turn. Now it's my turn. I'm going to quicken spell to bonus action Armor of Agathis. So there's like ice rhymes over the translucent plate, making it look like a frozen diamond instead. Again, I'm on my steed. I charge forward at this Tarask, and I'm going to use my other nat 20 to attack as well. So I did not pre-roll these dice, but I'm gonna do it real fast right now. That's 20d8, which is...
I have a dice roller app. Do you want me to use it?
I just got another 88. I'm using Google. That was another 88 for some reason. So that's another 88 of psychic plus radiant, plus the 5. That is 93 plus the 2, 95. I'm gonna roll the blood thing again, the tattoo. So that's gonna be 8d6. So that's going to be an additional 27 points of necrotic damage, which I'll also regain.
Paladins are disgusting. Perfect.
Yes, we're nasty. And that is my first attack. I'm going to take an extra attack and hit it again with my third nat 20. So that is going to be another 20d8. Which is, I got a 95 as a base, plus 5 for my strength, that's 100, plus 2 for my dueling, that's 102, plus my 8d6, which is going to be 31 necrotic damage total, which I will also regain the health of.
Okay.
Is it still alive?
It's still alive, yeah. It's
okay,
unhappy,
I'm going
but
to
it is
action
still alive.
surge and attack it again.
Just soloing a Tarask.
I just need you to know this is expressly what was requested. So thank you so very much for this. Yes.
I'm out of nat 20s.
Mm-hmm.
But
can we donate nat 20s
I was about to say,
if we have?
Are they out of nat 20s, Chad?
Yes, it'd be better to get another donation than for me to give you a nat 20.
You know what? Everybody's done so much. If you want to volunteer,
but nat 20. Take one of my nat 20s.
And you can have one of mine as well. You can have one of mine as well.
Yeah,
two more nat 20s.
Useful than what I'm going to do.
2 more nat 20s. Jesus,
so I'm going to use that first nat 20 on my action surge to roll another 20d8 of damage. That's 92 psychic plus radiant, plus 5 of my strength. That's 97 plus 2, that's 99. And I'm gonna redo the necrotic as well. I have enough, I have 10 charges total, so I can just do this all day. So that is 35 additional necrotic damage on my first attack of my action surge. And my second attack, which I'm gonna use Jeremy's nat 24, I'm also gonna roll 20d8.
Okay.
That is 88 again. I guess Google likes rolling 88s. Psychic plus radiant, so that means that is a... 95 total base damage plus, 8d6 necrotic, which is 23 additional necrotic on top of that.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I need y'all to know. The Tarask began this turn with 633 hit points. And is now at negative 118.
Oh my god!
Tell me what it looks like as Rapture just obliterates the Tarask.
I would love to flavor it as like the nat 20s coming in as like the rest of the party helping somehow. So I would love for like everyone else to also be chipping in at this moment. And I would love to know what that looks like as well. As Rapture surging forward, like, you know, just blade out, just a pure sliver of darkness grasp in their hand. And they're going, ha ha, for honor, for glory, for blood, and for beauty. And they slash up, and I think an echo of the blade explodes out of it, and we sort of see the Tarask like in profile stance for a second, as we see just like a gossamer thin thread of black light explode upward before it starts to like cut in half, like from that point of slashing. But of course, this couldn't have been done without the rest of the party, which I'd love to hear from personally.
Yeah, let's just go around the horn. What does everybody do as they dogpile? I actually start with Wisteria and work our way backwards here. So how does Wisteria contribute to the destruction of the Tarask?
I think Wisteria is like trying to, I don't know. I can only imagine you can like send arcane energy in some way, but she's doing whatever the best as she can. And she's going for blood.
And Little Red.
Little Red is still like chomping at the Tarask's ankles, which are massive, just like, you know, a golden retriever just trying to like shake a rope with this with this creature's leg in her mouth, blood gushing everywhere, of course, but I think most of this is going to Rapture.
Perfect. And Rathiel?
I think the wings once again burst out, but this time through the yellow polo, and come out, and they're just like big, beautiful, soft, like canary wings. As I flap over and just stab into the Tarask.
Perfect. Well, we know what Rapture is doing, so Strix.
Oh yeah, I don't think that the Tarask swallowed the chicken, so I would just love for it to be choking on the chicken. the whole time. Just like,
You know, we were always told that choking the chicken was dangerous, and now we know.
Mhm.
yes.
This is
And,
what they was a
yeah.
cautionary tale.
And I'll
Yes.
feel kind of self-conscious because everyone looks so cool, and I'll just like wreathe myself in flames and be like,
And last but certainly not least, Vandalin.
I think Vandalin uses his staff to cast basically a 9th level this isn't actually possible, but a 9th level prestidigitation, and plays the final countdown as this is happening. And meanwhile, Tallywhack goes up and is just there in Blight's corner, like basically like the boxing coach. It's like, yeah, give him all you got. With like a towel, just encouraging them as he's I guess propelling his rider to incredible feats.
Perfect. Let me just look up one quick thing that you don't have to worry about at all. It's super cool.
Oh, God.
This is all fine. Yeah. Excellent. With this explosion of cataclysmic might, you all see the Tarrasque just smashes into the ground. And there is this split second where the people were screaming and running, and again, in just in a matter of seconds, these heroes have emerged out of the ground and just swarmed over and destroyed this thing, which is still riddled with cranium rats that are now trying to actively make its way into the Tarrasque skull, and I'm sure that's the last we've heard of that.
Oh, God.
And as this is all happening, you all see everything just stops moving. Time stops. And yet the 6 of you are able to still act and see each other normally. And you see this time what looks like a half drow come just walking very calmly out of the hole. And she's like, "Oh, I'm workshopping it. Does this work? Are we good? This means
charisma!
Yeah.
Rapture is completely covered in Tarrasque blood, like top to bottom, like walks out of crimson mist. Did you see that? Did you see me? Did you see my gorgeous party?
That was a lot. That's twice now that I thought a thing was gonna be a thing, and then it wasn't a thing. Okay, but real quick, Strix, I found. Hang on, what's this? When the construct came back, Warforged, it said something about like giving this to you, and she hands a clockwork amulet.
The construct said that. Okay.
Yeah, because you've drawn the key card, which gives you a magic item there.
Yes.
And she's like, it said something about this is its heart. I don't know.
I mean, I'm flattered, and I'll take it.
Yeah. A lot of weird things have been happening here.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. Also, I did thank you for betraying us and giving us a horrible Tarrasque goldfish. That was really terrible, and I'll take that back.
Excuse
thank
me.
you.
At any point, did I say it wasn't a Tarrasque?
No, but I just, it's just good faith. Good faith could have been just be careful, or maybe because we don't like the Xanather either. Just saying.
Well, clearly you were fine. The Tarrasque was nowhere near the menace I intended.
That's fine.
But it did what I needed it to do. Also, the reason why I stopped time is so you can't stop my monologue. And she turns and changes into a 60-foot long, 75-foot wingspan sapphire dragon. Here, coming up over Waterdeep and up over all of you.
And Little Red.
Well, hang on 1 second before you do, Little Red. 1 second. I need all of you to give me strength saves.
No, okay. Strength I'm good at. I'll take it.
I'm an old man.
I'm going to get back to you to do what you want to do here soon, but it's strength save. Yes,
I'm going to use my last natural 20.
Perfect.
Which would leave me a 19.
But with a natural 20, I'm going to let it work.
Do we get the paladin aura benefits?
Yeah, I had 3 and Rapture does +5. I got a 20. Sorry, math. 22.
Perfect. I don't remember if you can benefit from multiple paladin auras. I got too many versions of this game in my mind going right now. You know what? Sure. Whatever you've been doing up until now.
Yeah,
that's what you can do. Yeah. Again, too many versions of this game.
31 for Little Red.
31. Strix and Vandalin.
I'm going to use...
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to use my nat 20 too. I am not strong. I have noodle arms.
In Vandalin?
Same thing. I'm using my last nat 20, which puts me at like a 28, I think.
The DC was 26, but those of you with the net 20s, hold on. You see she just extends her wings and you feel raw psychic force begin to grab and squeeze each of you and start to pick you up as bricks and rocks start moving up off the ground also. Although 3 of you manage to stand resolute. And she looks down at you and she says, heroes, brave to the end. Here are my terms. You can go. You don't have to die here today. The riches of Waterdeep, the Xanathar's accumulated hoard, even the drow of Menzoberranzan, all will bow to me. But you can live. In Little Red, I believe you were going to say something as you stand in the face of this gargantuan ancient worm.
A twist of fate. Change our story. Let's get rid of charisma and find true glory. And I take out my fate card and I'm saying, none of this crap. Let's get out of here.
And she looks down at you and says, oh, come on. How can you? And there's a flash of light. And you all are delivered from this place where a number of things happen.
Oh my God.
Let's start with the simplest. Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
You see this swirling mass that starts to give ways to scream in blood. You were supposed to die honorably in righteous fire, and yet there were polo shirts and good hustle speeches.
Yeah, the whole team had a lot of hustle out there.
Oh, and yet you live, Raphael. Why?
Again, it's just been an interesting couple of hours. I've just kind of changed my whole vibe.
You found heart, soul, you might say.
I would say so, yes.
Then perhaps you will be more use relieved of that burden as you drew the void card. Where your soul is torn from your body.
Friends.
But your body continues to function. Raphael.
Oh, no.
As Tempest has taken you himself to parts unknown, perhaps to be explored in the sequel. As your soulless body will continue to walk the earth.
I
Makes you feel a little hungry.
I revert back to Chris Angel.
It was all an illusion.
Vandalin.
Yes.
You hear crying. Just like sad crying. And you hear the clink of heavy chains as someone is approaching you.
Hello?
Vandalin. You have suffered so much. That's
Yes, I suppose.
That's what we do. We suffer so that others don't have to.
I suppose.
Tell me, Vandalin, if it were within your power to shield others from this burden, to help the downtrodden and the brokenhearted, would you?
Vandalin thinks back to the growth that he has seen in his proteges, and he says,
You know what? I before today, I might have answered something different, but right now, I think the answer is yes. Yes, I would.
You see a man before you. He is hunched and bruised. His body is covered with wounds and scars and old wrapped linen bandages that, quite frankly, need replacing. And despite the fact that he clearly has suffered and been tortured, there is a warmth and a kindness in his eyes, the likes of which you've never seen. He says, I'm Ilmater.
Hello.
I help mortals shoulder their burden, and now so will you. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. And having drawn the Talons card, you lose all your worldly possessions, Vandalin.
Oh no.
As your items fall away
into
dust. But he looks as they fall around you and he says, you won't need those anymore. Because you, Vandalin, will be the god of the brokenhearted. Because you have drawn the Jester card, which would give you 10,000 more experience, but you're level 20, so the only thing beyond that is demigodhood. Vandalin.
We are not worthy.
As you feel this divine charge move through you here. Which brings us to Wisteria.
Okay, just really quick. So do I feel fully self-actualized emotionally and mentally?
Well,
And
that's
mechanically.
the very thing that we've come to now, Wisteria. Because you see a throne in a kingdom. What would Wisteria's ideal kingdom look like?
Oh my gosh. I mean, if she feels fully emotionally self-actualized, I feel like it would be a place where people get to make their own choices about what they want to do, and there's no sort of like pressure of there's not like a lineage related structure where you have to do the things that your parents do or whatever. And yeah, it would be like a world of free-form exploration of whatever interests you.
As you look out over your Nomus socialist utopia, where citizens of all manner are going about their lives, making discovery of art, science, personal introspection in a domain of peace, you too have achieved full godhood with the Sun card. Because you got 50,000 extra XP, and there is nothing else beyond level 20 except godhood, except for just one thing.
Oh no!
You did say full actualization, Vandalin. And there is ultimately only one thing that all mortal lives go to, a singular truth that all must come to realize in time.
God.
And that is death.
Oh
Oh.
As the Grim Reaper itself manifests in front of you, Wisteria, and looks out over your kingdom, and looks at you, and says to you, Wisteria, you have one chance to convince me to not take you away right now and let all of this fall to ruin and dust. You might do so by intelligence or by mystical might. But one way or another, I'm here for you.
Okay. Wisteria, who is feeling so many things right now. She goes, wow, for the first time in my life, I finally understand I'm not obligated to meet my parents' expectations. They might have their own insecurities and fears, and while I can empathize with the struggles that have shaped their parenting styles, I'm a whole independent creature, and I have to set my goals for myself. And now I finally have the chance, and you want to take it all away from me? I wish that I could just have a little bit more time, and I would like to cast Wish at 9th level.
You see,
chills.
Death sort of looks at you and he says, a little more time.
I'll leave that up to you, sir.
Isn't that what everyone wishes for? Interesting. Fine. But you have to do something for me. And that's where we're going to leave it for the sequel. That's where we're going to leave the game. So, we have so few cards left in the deck of many things.
We almost did it.
Yeah, there's 6 cards left. And they're pretty much all bad. There's Ruin, where you lose everything. There's Comet. Actually, Comet's not bad. Oh, yeah. Comet, also theoretically Godhood. Vizier, where you know the answer to your next question. Rogue, where you're betrayed by a friend there. That's always good when that one comes up. Uriel, which is just a global penalty. Then there's Flames, where and you and an outsider have beef with one another. In the Donjon, where your body is in prison. There's one where your soul's in prison, but your body's free. This is the one where your body's in prison. So there you go. Those are the only ones that we didn't get to. But thank you all so very much for tuning in, for playing. What was the final total there?
$12,038. Wow. Yeah. That's the equivalent of 343 hours on our crisis line, or 200 individual counseling sessions for survivors. That's the one where we have over a 2-year wait list. So you just funded 200 hours to shorten that wait list, everybody. 19 support groups for up to 6 survivors in each group. This is incredible. This community never ceases to amaze me and everyone at WAVAW. Thank you so, so much. Everyone that donated, everyone that shared the stream, just being in chat and getting the hype up with us. And of course, everyone that's played today. B.Dave, this couldn't have happened without you as the fabulous DM that you are. Just thank you all so much. This is an incredible impact on the lives of survivors at WAVAW. Incredible.
Yeah, I hope you all feel good that you've made a real difference in some people's lives today. And I know we're a little bit over, but I wanted to give everybody a chance real quick. Say who you are, where people can find you. We'll go around the horn, and then I'll give it to Shar to play out. B.Dave Walters. You can find me all over the place. I'm doing this. We have the finale of the newest Idol Champions is this Monday on twitch.tv for Cine Games. Again, the last finale. I killed Strix, so who knows what I'm going to do in this finale. So there you go. Thank you all so very much for playing and for your generosity. And then I guess we'll just we'll go in a weird zigzag here. We'll start with Jeremy.
All right. Hello, everybody. I have been Jeremy Cobb. You can find me on Twitter at Jeremy Cobb1. That's Cobb with 2 B's and the number 1. You can also find me on the show 3 Black Halflings. It's a podcast, D&D, TTRPGs in general. Go check that out. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 3. That's the number 3 Black Halflings. And also, I'm on another show called The Quantum Reactor. It's a sci-fi movie review podcast that I'm on with my buddy Andrew Coons. Connie was recently a guest. We were talking about everything everywhere all at once. You can follow that show wherever pods are cast, or also at Q Reactor Show on Twitter. And finally, this Sunday, I'm going to be in another stream, I believe, with Shar. Hello from the Hollywoods. Isn't Yeah. Okay. I was like, did I get it wrong? This is in 2 days. Also for WAVAW, I believe.
Yes.
So come tune in for that and donate some more. It's going to be awesome.
Also, are you not in a show with some of us right now? Also, isn't that going on?
You're right. On Three Black Halflings, we have a series currently being released called Big Trouble in Little Menus, which is a Kids on Bikes series GM'd by me, featuring B.Dave, Connie, Shar, and the incredible Kelly, who is not visible but is handling tech, all as players. It is a blast. It's 7 episodes long. I believe the first 2 episodes are already released publicly, but if you want to get all 7 episodes right now, you can sign up for the Three Black Halflings Patreon. That's patreon.com/TB Halflings to get all 7 episodes. It is fantastic. There are laughs, there are thrills, there are chills, there are tears. It is a wonderful, wonderful time. So definitely go check that out.
I would be remiss if I didn't point out that we're doing this again for WAVAW on Wednesday with the Dark Lords of the Mist. If you watch the Black Dice Society, you're familiar with the Dark Lords. They're coming back, and maybe now Death has something that Death wants, thanks to you all. So I think there's going to be a continuation there. I forget, what time is that? Is that 2 o'clock also, Shar?
Yep, it's at 2, but it's on WAVAW's channel. I'll do a shout out in chat for it.
Time is a flat circle. It's an illusion. All right, Murph.
You can listen to my podcast, Not Another D&D Podcast, wherever, and follow it on socials, NADPod, NADDPOD, and also Dimension 20. Check out Dimension 20.
Excellent. Holly.
Hello, Holly. I do art and I stream during the weeks on We Crowing Hens, which is my Twitch channel where I do paintings and things. And you can find me everywhere else as Holly Conrad. Yeah, and that's me. And I also do this sometimes and dress as a tiefling.
I cannot believe that chicken escaped the Trask. I really did roll with one, by the way, because the moment you were like chicken, I was like, done. Yeah. And fate thought otherwise.
Amazing. Made my day.
Connie the Trask Slayer, who again did almost 800 points of damage in a single turn. That's
That was incredible. And thank you for letting me live out my Tarask slaying dreams. Hi, everyone. I have been Connie Chang, pronouns they, he, and she. You can find me across the internet at by Connie Chang. That's BYCONNICHANG, namely Twitter and TikTok. I am the game master and creative producer for Transplanar RPG, which is an all transgender, people of color led, dark fantasy TTRPG show set in an original non-colonial anti-orientalist multiverse. We just wrapped our first main campaign that's been going for like 2.5, almost 3 years now. Done streaming. The podcast backlog is catching up. Right now we have a lot of hiatus content and hiatus programming going, including an upcoming one-shot mini-series and a prestige official podcast companion for my upcoming game, Godkiller, which is a holy punk duet powered by the Apocalypse game for one GM, the God, and one player, the Godkiller. And there are some really cool guests who are going to be part of that one-shot series. We're going to be announcing them. B.Dave and Jeremy may or may not be a part of it already, but you'll have to catch all official announcements on my personal Twitter and on Transplanar RPG's Twitter. After Godkiller hiatus stuff, we're coming back with Campaign 2 on Transplanar Pride Month, which is going to be the 3-year anniversary of Transplanar. Our debut stream is going to be Saturday, June 24th at 8 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. That's a ways out, so there's a lot of good content to catch up on in the meantime. So follow me, Transplanar RPG, and by Connie Chang, wherever you do your things, and I'll pass things back over to B.Dave.
For the record, can I get a drum roll here for this damage? I added it up. Drum roll for the damage. 751 points of damage in a single turn. So
that's insane.
Let's go.
God.
I'm adding that to my resume.
Is that more than Brennan last year? Because didn't Brennan drop like 700 damage on something?
He dropped quite a bit, but he did it with a quickened level 9 disintegrate and 2 smiting attacks and an action surge. It was close. I don't know if it was 751, but it was close. Yeah, same principle though. Paladins with magic are a sick combination. Yeah. So speaking as an avowed min-maxer, brava. And last but certainly not least, Ginny.
Hi. Hey, I'm Ginny D. I was sitting on a disintegrate that whole time. I never got a second turn, but I was so excited to use it. It was going to be so many dice. Anyway, hi. I just do the one thing, really, which is that I am on YouTube. So you can find me on YouTube. I post a full-length video every week, and also now I'm doing 2 shorts a week on top of that, which is just fine and not stressful. And you can find me at It's Jenny D, in all those, in that place. And all the other social places too, but YouTube's the big one.
Excellent. And with that, I will just say thank you one more time, and hopefully we'll see you back for the rest of some of these WAVAW things, up to and including us being back here. Me personally, accompanied by, no, I forget who's in it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to play with your emotions. But Wednesday, we're going to do it again. And I give it back to Shar. There you go.
Thank you all so much. I'm Charlene Bayer, the DM of Tabletop Titties, and I also work at WAVAW as their fundraising campaign coordinator. Streaming for Survivors is by far my favorite event to do with WAVAW. Seeing this community just rally around survivors is truly incredible. It never gets old, and the wild things that happen in these level 20 games is always so much fun. So thank you all for joining us. Please do check out, the links are in the chat, of the rest of the schedule for Streaming for Survivors. It's all week long. We have over 80 creators participating this year. Our goal is to reach $110,000 collectively raised over the course of the week. So do what you can to help spread the word about Streaming for Survivors wherever you can. And we'll see you next time. Thank you all so, so much. And a big shout out to Kelly Wright for running our tech, and for Hero Forge.
Thank you, Kelly.
Hosting us on this lovely channel of yours.
Thank you, Hero Forge.
So thank you all again, and that's it from us. Thank you.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.